Tonight's podcast is brought to you by Grunkle Home Security Systems.
Hi, I'm Gary Grunkle, inventor and proprietor of the top security system in the industry. What I'm about to tell you is graphic and disturbing, but I feel it is of utmost importance to convey to you the need of protecting your home with a Grunkle security system. You see, back in 2011, my family was having a nice evening at home while I was enjoying the company of two ladies of the evening. At the time, I had ASD security and thought my family was well protected. I thought wrong. You see, unbeknownst to me, while I was attending my business in the Lakon Motel, a group of rabid Weezer fans invaded my home. They proceeded to tie my family and dog up to the radiator while they vandalized my house and stole our valuables. They then finger blasted my wife over and over and over again until they finally finger blasted her to death. When they were done with her, they finger blasted my kids to death. They didn't even spare the dog. Even these unspeakable deeds didn't quench their insatiable butt thirst. They then turned on each other, finger blasting each other to death simultaneously. Not once while these atrocities were being committed did my ASD security system contact the police. The investigators I spoke to later told me that these incidents, now known as wheezings, are on the rise. And while we wait for our inept and incompetent congressman to do something about Weezer, you can do something to protect your family. Arm yourself with a Grunkle home security system today, or you may find your family finger blasted to death by Weezer tomorrow. I'm Gary Grunkle. Thank you.
From the grave, you can run, but know that you can be saved. The good old game is all resurrected. The blood will flow like but now you know their names. All with Brandon in the back of the game. With a bottle of whiskey and control of the substance they reclaim. All the good old gamers punch you right in the dick. All the good old gamers return to kick you right in the cliff. Oh, were you offended? They'll sit down your neck. The good old gamers return.
Yep.
It's another week.
Yep.
I got some strange deja vu going on right now because of last week.
Yeah, we almost recorded on time last week, and then my job fucked it up.
It's okay. What else is a job for other than to just turn your life upside down? What else?
It was funny because like my phone went off, and I was like, shit, I got to keep my phone on because I might get called in. And then that notification that just went off was them sending me a text saying, come in and do an MRI. I'm like, God damn it.
Yep. It was a pretty wild evening. That was Thursday. And by the way, we're the Good Old Gamers podcast.
That we are.
I'm Lyle. That's Brandon.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Hell yeah. You know what can go fuck itself?
What?
Cancer.
Cancer can go fuck itself.
Cancer can totally go.
That's why I got these celebratory shots.
Fuck its ass. I appreciate this.
Got a couple shots of Maker's Mark here to celebrate the good news.
Yes. So, pretty wild story happened last week. Last episode, as you may recall, I asked everybody, I was like talking about my father and my father's health. Long story short, what had happened was my father had went and had a scan done, like the yearly body scan. and they had seen some stuff on his liver where he had had surgery before, and all this stuff, and pretty much told my dad just 3 weeks ago, last options, is bad. His cancer's back. It was awful. They were going to have to put a direct chemo pump in, do another major fucking surgery, not looking good. Well, he was supposed to have surgery today, September 20th. So last Thursday night, we go to record. You get called into work. I go home early. Well, Hannah comes over, and we're just sitting there watching TV and shit when my mom calls me. My mom calls me, and I've already been such a nervous wreck. Like, I already just have been trying to, in a weird way, I was trying to prepare myself for the worst, And my mom calls, and she's crying, and I'm like, fuck. Just instantly like, set up in my chair, feel all my nerves, just fucking standing on end, like, mouth goes dry instantly, that whole deal. And I'm like, Mom, what's wrong? And she's like, the hospital just called. That again, scary. So I'm like, oh, fuck, what's going on? And she just says, your dad is clear. And it, took a second to register, and I was like, what do you mean he's clear? And she was like...
Is he transparent now?
Yeah, no shit. Is he like...
The Invisible Man?
Yeah. I'd like to have that superpower for nefarious reasons. But, I'm just, kind of dumbfounded, and I'm sitting there, confused. My eyes are teared up, and I'm just like, what do you mean? And she was like, the hospital just called. They read his result. The radiologist that initially come in read the scar tissue as cancer masses from his other surgery. Because what really got him looking is my dad went down there last week for the pre-op shit and had all of his blood work and all that. My dad's blood work's perfect everywhere. Mm-hmm. And they were like, if you had cancer, your blood work would be fucked up. Your white blood count, would be out the roof, period. Perfect. They got looking, scar tissue. Then they further tell my father that they're not, there's no way of proving this, but they're not even, the main doctor said he's not even convinced he had liver cancer to begin with.
That's something.
And blew my mind so much so that I called my mom back immediately and was like, are y'all fucking lying to me? I'm like, are y'all just softening the blow and telling me some bullshit? And lo and behold, it was true. Fucking UAB called. So no chemo, no surgery. He's got to go back in 3 months and have his normal scan done. He does every 6 months. So, nice. I just want to say, everybody that sent good wishes, prayers, inking, well-being dances, whatever we received, thank you. And, I don't know. I'm weird on what I call it, but it's some pretty mind-blowing shit.
Yeah.
So, it's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think even if I didn't get called in, I don't think we would have recorded because she would have called her and that, and you would have just been mind fucked.
I know, dude. It was surreal. I've never been that relieved. Don't get me wrong. Instantly, and I heard my dad in the background. I was like, I just can't believe it. I'm so relieved. My dad goes, "You think your ass is relieved?" How my dad is.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it was I was fucking really mind blown. I actually invited you over there tonight. Do a little celebrating and played Alien the board game, and I was even that happy scatterbrain, I just seen a pair of titties for the first time in my life, that kind of deal, or it just was one of those moments that felt like, hell, something really fucking good happened for once.
Yeah,
and that is something to be said about the human fucking condition. When you feel real good, but you feel weird and bad about feeling good.
Yeah, you feel guilty for
no good. Shit. There was a weird,
how am I going to pay for this later?
Yeah. I'm always there's something going to... but at this point, there isn't. So, fuck yeah.
Awesome.
I'm happy. I'm glad, that potentially I may have my dad around a bit longer and
Hell yeah, man.
all that.
To your dad's health, man.
Cheers to that.
Woo.
Yeah. Okay. Chasing Maker Smart with Cayman Jack's not a good.
Yeah, I chased it with
idea.
gin and Mountain Lightning.
Holy fuck, you're looking on the table. See if your nuts are hanging out of your shorts or not.
Not yet.
I imagine it's coming. But yeah. It's actually good in my world for once.
Yeah.
Well, we just lost 47 listeners because their heads just fucking exploded. So
That doesn't happen.
back to doom
We're the
and
people
gloom.
they listen to feel better about themselves.
Yeah, I know. And by saying that, I just made them have the worst day of their lives. So, congratulations, fuckos. How's your week been?
Not too bad. So I guess the main thing I'm talking about tonight is the emergency almost $10,000 expenditure that came up in my life.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I haven't heard this.
Yeah. I woke up one morning and out of the blue, damnedest fucking thing, Stern announces Godzilla pinball.
Oh, okay. I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like, I hope it's not something serious. I hope this isn't serious.
It's just like,
Yeah.
well, I've got to get this. Like, if I didn't want to spend that money right now, but I'm going to regret not getting that the rest of my life if I don't. So,
Did you do it?
I'm about to, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, with that pinball machine comes a roommate, so
Yeah.
I'm about to. I'm going to move in right beside it,
All right.
and I'll have
You can make your
one
little
bucket for feces, one bucket for urine.
make your little pallet underneath it.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I think I can handle that. Can you handle that?
We'll see.
Well, too bad if you can't. It's in the contract.
Yes, the Stern Godzilla pinball machine looks so fucking amazing.
I watched
dude.
that video you sent me, and it's pretty fucking bitchin'.
It is. God, and I'm gonna have to go with the premium too instead of the pro. The main difference between those is the premium's got a lot of awesome gadgets on it. In the past, the difference between premium and pro hasn't been that
A
drastic.
lot of it's been just like the art, the
art and
outside art.
cosmetic stuff. Like with my Iron Maiden, I got the pro Iron Maiden, and I actually like the pro art better than the premium art. It's one of the biggest reasons why I went with the pro. Gameplay wise, it added I think 2 mechanisms that the pro don't have, but honestly didn't care for them. Like one of them is the main ramp in the middle will flip up and catch the ball and does something, and another one is on the left side. There's a mystery orb on mine, but in the premium, it's a little captive ball that you hit it and it hits another. It's 2 balls. One of them's in place, the other one's loose, and if you hit the one that's in place, it shoots the other one into a target.
That's badass.
But to me, it was on that particular model, it wasn't worth upgrading the premium on. So I didn't like the art as much. But Godzilla, on the other hand, looks like if you're getting it for home use, you want the premium model. Because it's got this building that fucking collapses.
I thought that was fucking amazing. That's cool as shit.
Yeah. Has a building that collapses and starts a multi-ball mode. It has a bridge that collapses. Has a Mecha Godzilla with a magnet on it that will catch the ball and do shit. Dude, everything about it looks fucking awesome. But the price...
Is that one you even thought you had seen coming?
I thought it would happen eventually, because
You think maybe
especially
it's
with Ultraman,
That's what I was wondering. Do you think maybe that was done in a, you think Stern sees that and is like, oh, now would be the time to fucking
maybe,
drop this,
or vice versa. I don't know. It could happen the other way
Somebody
around.
make that Friday 13th pinball machine.
Yeah,
That ain't got one yet.
no, don't. The price for the premium is $89.99.
God. Dude.
Yeah, that is increased from I think $7,300. It was the old premium price. So that's a
Shit.
That's a steep increase. Now the pros cost almost what the premiums used to, and this is going forward for all their pinball machines.
I don't even have that much nearly saved up right now. So.
I was just Googling like prices. Like if I wanted to buy my Iron Maiden new from them, it would be $6,800 because they've just increased their prices from them.
See, and that makes me sick because that's what I told Hannah the other night. I've been thinking about literally, like with my tax money next year and just what I can save. I've been thinking about buying a Ghostbusters. Just,
you need to, dude.
I want a basic one. Just the I ain't gonna have the big
Ghostbusters is one that I think I'd rather have the basic one because the basic one doesn't have the magnetic bumpers, right?
Yes,
I don't like
fucking
those.
hate that.
I do too.
Woo! Throws the fucking. Yeah, I don't like that crap.
No, I like the traditional.
It kind of
bumpers.
puts you at a disadvantage almost. Yeah. Like I do, but. Getting that kind of money saved up is going to be rough, but
save you some and then borrow the rest and get it.
That's what I've been thinking about, dude. I thought about just, going and being like, I need to take out a loan to buy a pinball table. I could afford financing one.
Yeah.
There just ain't, I don't think like Stern has financing.
No, you just have to go through like an independent bank or something. Yeah, man, dude, between you and me, we get us a little pinball league going.
We ought to.
Maybe find another person or two with the pinball table, and we can have a pinball night every week, and we just go to that person's house for that table.
Practice on the different tables.
Yeah, that'd be pretty badass.
That would be sweet because I'd like to be able to get good enough for us to go to like Southern Fried or anything like that. And get in on the pinball tournaments. Yeah,
definitely. I'm gonna practice the fuck out of this Godzilla because I bet it'll be one next year. Being that it's a big release this year, and everyone's already saying this is probably going to be game of the year.
Oh, shit.
The guy who designed this one is Keith Elwin. He's the same one who designed Iron Maiden, which is held in pretty high regard among pinheads. He made Iron Maiden, Jurassic Park, Avengers, and now Godzilla. And everyone really holds his designs in pretty high regard, and he's done some good work.
Well, one thing I like about Iron Maiden is just how fucking fast the action is on Iron Maiden. Like, a lot of that, when you get on up there, especially like the multi-ball modes and all that, that's like some lightning fast fucking reflexes. Yeah. Like,
and the thing about his designs versus other pinball machines is he puts a lot of emphasis on the modes. If you want to score high, you got to do well in the modes.
Yeah, you got to actually learn how to play the fucking...
The rules are deep with his stuff versus, your average pinball machine. The modes are there, but they're kind of like icing on the cake. You go for your standard targets, and then if you pick up some extra points from the mode, good for you. But the modes is kind of optional.
Yeah.
Like classic example would be Medieval Madness and Attack from Mars. You want the castle or the UFO shot in the middle. The modes can pick you up some extra, but those are your money. That's your high score shots there, no matter what mode you're in.
Yeah. Dude, I was watching it's got the online shit.
Yeah, the online shit.
I watched that kind of blew my mind a little bit.
So it's got a camera on it, and you download the Stern app, and it'll make you a QR code.
It's called something Insider Club or some shit like that.
So you pull up your QR code on your phone and let the camera scan it, and whatever your high score and shit is, it'll upload it online. So, I'll be able to fucking compete with people all across the world with this cocksucker.
That's badass, because that's something that's lacking in every other pinball thing. Is, you can't...
And something else that they said that got me kind of excited is they are really going to be releasing upgrade kits for all Stern Spike 2 machines with Iron Maiden and Spike 2. So eventually I'll be able to put that thing in my Iron Maiden.
That's cool. Make it online capable.
Assuming it's not priced outrageous. I'd pay probably $300 for it, and not much more than that.
Yeah.
But still, that's pretty fucking sweet.
That is pretty fucking badass.
And it's got achievements and stuff like that, if that's the kind of thing you're into. Because I noticed watching that Jack Danger Dead Flip stream, where, they'd have achievements for so many loops and so many spins and all kinds of stuff like that. I was like, man, that's pretty fucking cool.
Well, it adds that replay value to it too. Just gives you more shit to do.
Yeah.
I wonder, if you for example, I don't guess they would, but we'll just say, for example, if you added that to your Iron Maiden, would they like be able to put out like DLC? I guess that you could put on there.
They've already kind of done that.
Extra modes or whatnot. I guess
in some ways they have already. They release code updates for these pretty regular. Updated my Iron Maiden probably 6 months ago. When the code updates is usually fix some like really minor bugs, but also add extra shit to it.
Oh, okay.
There, if you open up the backlight, you see your Spike 2 motherboard in there. It's got a couple USB slots, which is I'm assuming is how you would upgrade this thing. Is you would get a replacement apron, which will have the camera installed. You can just plug it in one of those USBs, and that's probably how you would upgrade it. But yeah, you just download the update on your USB, plug it in that board. One downside is it wipes all your shit on there. So, like, I had a 1 billion plus high score, and I wiped.
Man, that sucks.
When I upgraded, I wiped my 1 billion high score. So, today I just broke my last high score, which is in the 400 millions now.
It's like 453 or something.
Something like that.
Fucking badass.
But still, that's half of my best game ever. So, I've got a ways to go. Well, in a way, though, it sucked when I did have that 1 billion up there. And I never came fucking close because that was just like an extraordinarily lucky game.
You got like you're having a stroke.
Yeah.
Like what
I could just had no chance of beating it.
He was touched
Because that was one of those games like I fucking nailed everything perfectly.
Yeah.
You know, I got multiple multipliers on my jackpots and hit my cyborg multi-ball and just kicked ass on it and just the stars aligned for that particular game.
Yeah.
And never again. So I could up my number one high score, but I never could come close to grand champion again, which obviously was all luck. A good game for me is like 500 million on that machine,
which is still pretty fucking impressive.
It's not bad
because that's, I mean, like I said, Iron Maiden's not the easiest table.
No, it's not.
Because it's super fucking quick.
It is quick. It'll drain on you in a heartbeat. It's some of the thing I like about Keith Elwin's games is the depth of code. Like, there's usually strategies built in there. Like in the Iron Maiden, I've learned you want to ramp up your outlane revive mode because outlane is the main way you drain on that game.
Yeah.
And on the left side, there's a spinner, and if you spin it enough, you get revives lit on your left and right outlanes. They're one use each, and it really sucks when you pop them on the multi-ball, but they're pretty essential to keeping you going.
Yeah. Well, like, it keeps your ball in play, essentially,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's... I don't know. You don't think that much would go into being a pinball wizard.
Yeah.
But
there
literally is some wizard-like shit involved, like...
Yeah, there really is. I'm starting to spend more time on it. I think part of it's because I am hyped up for Godzilla, but another part of it is my sciatica is not as bad as it was because I've lost all this weight, and I've been hitting a bicycle at the gym. That's really helping it.
Do you want to know, you telling me that, what... I kind of felt a little douchey for looking at it, but and douchey is a light word I use. But I've been looking at the Peloton and Echelon, the box that you can get for home. I've been thinking about getting one.
Dude, there ain't nothing douchey about that.
For $1,400, and it's got like, I think the service is like $20 or $30 a month, but it's like you can get online classes, you can do all that shit live with people. It's even got a thing where it's got videos and you can start pedaling at this coast and like literally the whole video is just the real time coast.
I've seen
like,
some of that shit is a little tempting.
It's kind of cool because it gives you that fucking, it's like playing a video game.
Yeah.
If they had video games on there like where you could pedal your bike, I'd play the shit out of it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the biking at the gym is really fucking up my sciatica a lot, so I'm able to stand up and play pinball more.
You know what we ought to do?
What's that?
Get some actual bicycles.
I don't know if I'm gay enough for that, but...
Oh, come on. Let's get a double bike.
You know what?
Real...
Fuck it. If you get a bike, I'll get a bike.
I've been thinking about getting a mountain bike for real. Just
I need more reasons to get off my ass.
I mean, we could just ride laps around here.
Yeah.
You can get dude. You can get a good one at Walmart. I've done look like a nice one at Walmart.
They're like 200, ain't they?
Dude, you can get one for like 130. Like nice ones. Like I think that Mongoose I looked at the other day, and it's the one's got the shocks and all that shit on it. It's like 139, I think.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it because you've inspired me to get in shape.
Hell yeah.
To. How funny it would be when everybody's gonna look at Go Gamers a few years and they're like, well, those guys ain't frat fucks at all. They're fucking ripped. And
Hell
like,
yeah.
You could see their horse Johnsons.
That's what I'm going to go for. That's my goal, is to get ripped as fuck. And
You just want people to look at you and be like, God damn, I bet you that man's an asshole.
Yes. Because I am.
Yeah, stay away. I don't know if it's relevant or not, but I feel like I need that applause button. I finally finished my Hexus recording yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I saw that little video y'all posted.
I knocked that. Dude, I was like, God, y'all catch me in a bad angle. Point that shit down.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I finally did it. And what is real funny to me is there's a couple tracks I've been losing fucking sleep over. Because I'm just like, I mean, it's some pretty, like, technical. Some of it's very technical. It'll be real fast, and it flip-flops. And it's opposite strings, so just playing death metal parts are pretty fucking rough.
Yeah.
We have one song that's super lightning fast, and I'm just like, oh God, I'm dreading it. I one-shotted it, did it in one take. Yes. And then the ones I've known forever that are easier is the ones I fucked up. So I don't get it. But I'm happy because I'm done.
You done.
Oh, well, I got to go back and do vocals. But
you doing like back vocals or whatever?
Everybody in Hexus does vocals. All 4 members. Like,
oh, nice.
Matt carries a lot of the, I mean, it's all screamy, hair pulling shit. But, like, Matt carries that real aggressive, like, mid-level screaming. Billy does lows, Justin does highs, and I'm a good mid-level. So everybody's tonally different.
That's interesting.
It's, we're telling people, everybody keeps doing that shit, like, what genre of music or what kind of metal? And I hate, everybody in our band hates fucking, like, genres, subgenres. We always get looped into that doom sludge metal thing, and we're telling everybody we're bulldozer emo.
Hell yeah.
We're real sad, but we'll run through your fucking house. We have another one where people's like, what kind of music are you? Like, we're a pretentious dumpster fire at jet decibel levels. And that's pretty fucking accurate. Like,
hell yeah.
If they made a movie about Hexus, it would definitely be on the fucking Lifetime channel. It's like the heaviest fucking band from Alabama with the deepest struggles.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you. I hope that takes off. Is there a name for this new album?
Way to put me on the fucking spot there, Chet. There is, but I don't remember it right now.
Well, you did just have a big old shot of Baker's Mark and that Cayman Jack, so it's forgiven.
Yeah, and I'm about to have some White Claws Law. But it'll be a big long title. It's so I'll let you, before I leave, I'll let you hear a teaser of it. Brandon, it's so fucking heavy.
Is it?
Dude, I hope people get it and just shit their pants immediately upon listening to it. I hope it rumbles their intestines. Since there's so much low end in it. Just like, I almost think we ought to call the album Brown.
The Brown Note?
Yeah.
That's something I've been doing here lately, because I've been on a big Maiden kick because of their new album, which I've really fucking... One thing I really love about that album is it's the first album in years that's been an album experience. Like, how...
Yeah.
For the longest time now, it's just... Albums are just lists of singles.
Yeah, like they'll just drop like 2 or 3. They'll do like the EP format. Yeah,
but there's so seldom do bands release something you want to listen to start to finish just because the whole thing is like a movie almost. That's how Senjutsu is for Iron Maiden. So I've been wearing that out, and it's been on a Maiden kick, and I've been really like digging into the bass and shit on Iron Maiden. Man, fucking Steve Harris has some chops,
Well,
dude.
fuck yeah, he does.
I mean, that galloping shit they do, he's right there with the rhythm. He ain't backing up drums. He is fucking just wailing.
If I'm not mistaken, he plays with his fucking fingers, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Like, because
he doesn't use a pick.
that's something, some of those, like you said, like the gallops and shit they do.
Yeah.
Because I can play gallops on my finger, but for the sake of, we have a song that does gallops, like just meaty gallop chugs. I can do it with my fingers, but for the sake of recording, it sounds better using a pick because it's cleaner, you know? But yeah, dude, everybody in Iron Maiden's a bad motherfucker. Bruce Dickinson is literally a goddamn Renaissance man.
Yeah.
That motherfucker can do anything.
Yeah, he can.
I'm a child author. I'm the lead singer of the world's biggest metal
I'm
band.
a history professor.
I'm a fucking pilot. I fly our band everywhere. Did you know that this trench we're flying over used to be infested with pirates? Like,
yeah.
Jesus, he's a cancer fucking survivor.
Has a set of pipes make an opera singer blush.
Fuck yeah, dude. Iron Maiden kicks ass. That's why Iron Maiden's longevity is just like there, you know.
And it got me realizing too, like, I don't think Steve Harris, the bassist for those who don't know of Iron Maiden, he's also the founding member.
Yeah.
I think I was looking into him. I think he's probably the most successful bassist of all time, considering that, because he founded Iron Maiden. He is the proprietor of Iron Maiden.
Probably,
he might not be the technically best, but he's probably the most successful bassist of all time.
Well, and two, you think about it as far as Iron Maiden itself goes, and I'm not saying they're a lot, because they're not, but on level of advertising yourself, they're up there with like fucking Kiss.
Yeah.
Because you cannot know a single fucking thing by Iron Maiden, and you see a picture of Eddie, and you know exactly what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd vouch for that, man, because I mean,
him and maybe Geddy Lee.
I would say him, Geddy Lee, and like Les Claypool, are probably in their own respected areas. Which I mean, there's some other really fucking prolific bass players.
Yeah, huh?
Sting.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
I mean, yeah. I think, honestly, man, like, I get a lot of shade for this. One of my favorite bass players has always been fucking Cliff Burton, dude.
Yeah.
Like, just straight him, like, just soloing on his own and shit is just like...
The thing to me about Burton, I mean, his technical ability is on point, but the style of music he did, and you could tell when his influence left Metallica.
Oh, well, fuck yeah. He was the Metallica one that threw that fucking hard thrash element in there, like the chuggy fucking gallops and runs and all that shit they were known for back in the day.
Yeah. The more I've learned about Cliff over the years, the more I like to have a beer with that guy, because he's in all the same shit I am. Fucking Lovecraftian horror.
Cliff was like the coolest member, and that's how it usually is.
He was the nerd of their group,
and he's the one that got killed. Which I mean, I hate to say it, I really like fucking Jason Newsted too.
Yeah,
I feel like Jason Newsted never got what he deserved out of it.
You know, Megadeth's been looking for a new bassist.
Get Jason.
He almost. They didn't. I don't know why it fell through, but it fell through.
God, dude, wouldn't that not be the ultimate like? Let us all put white gloves on and slap Metallica in the face.
Yes, that would have been so badass.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Metallica's a bunch of douchebags, but at the same time, I love old Metallica, man.
I do too.
It's just, I mean, that's like groundwork for everything else. But at the same time, like, you know, Lars is like, I was thinking Hatfield. He's just like, got my first gold-plated Ferrari, yeah. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Since we're on the topic of music, as much as everybody used to talk shit about Metallica and Napster, they were fucking right.
You're correct.
They were fucking right. Mm-hmm. That shit single-handedly killed the joy of going to a fucking store and buying an album.
Yeah, it's, you know, the more I learn about shit like that, too, because being... mostly an outsider of music, you don't really realize all the ins and outs. I've always known that per CD or per anything, musicians don't get shit.
Nothing.
The record company gets everything.
Well, it's like back in the 90s to get it to, I think, like a gold record was like 1 million copies. And now it's like fucking 50,000, I think. Like, it ain't shit.
Yeah. Senjutsu from Iron Maiden is, I think it posted number 3 on Billboard.
That's really
I think
good.
that's their highest ranking one ever.
That makes me happy too, is it shows like rock ain't dead.
It ain't dead
all
yet.
these fucking dick holes and shit shats that fucking tell you that rock is dead. They ain't got a clue. They just motherfuckers ain't looking in the right place.
I've been saying there's rumblings of a Maiden Judas Priest tour, and I'm on. Oh my god!
I
will fucking burn my house down to go to that,
dude. I'll burn your house down to go to it. One of my friends the other day literally posted they went and seen Priest live one night like last week, and he was like, that was a life-changing ordeal for me.
God,
I would fucking, dude, could you imagine if we got to go and we're just standing there and they fucking like painkiller or some shit,
God.
dude, I would fucking cream my shorts and just look over and punch the guy standing next to me in the fucking jaw.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, sorry about that. But that would be fucking badass.
Yes, it would.
I'm going to a concert this weekend. I'm super excited about.
Where are you going to?
Furnace Fest is this weekend.
Okay, who's all going to be there?
Furnace Fest is like an old thing they did, and then it, got shut down. They're bringing it back for the 20th anniversary, and it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Thursday. I'm going Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And there's like
reminds me of
150 fucking bands.
Reminds me of a King of the Hill skit, like when there's a monster truck commercial on Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, monster truck.
Yeah. With a fucking kickoff show is Thursday night, and which is cool. It's stupid and it's trivial, but it makes me feel like I'm worth something. I got put on the list, I think. Or what Pete was telling me, it was on the list because Thursday night's the opener show. It's not at Sloss Furnace, it's at Iron City. But Norma Jean and Remember Never are like the two headliners of that. Members of Remember Never are in Ether Coven, the band I toured with in Texas year before last. Nice. So that's going on then. Then Friday night, there's a fuck stack of bands playing, but I'm going to watch Defeater. It's all like the emo hardcore bands like I liked in my early 20s, and every fucking band I liked is just about playing this motherfucker. So I'm going to watch Every Time I Die, Converge. I just need to look at the list. Dude, there's literally like 40 bands each night. I've cherry picked. Like, my main reasons I'm going is Converge is playing Friday night and Hopes Falls playing Saturday. Those are the two main reasons I'm going.
Cool.
Two of my favorite bands. I've never seen them live, so
I've still got to see Maiden live. It's every time they've come nearby, which is very rare. Something has come up in my life, like I got the flu or something like that, and I couldn't go. I got to see them before they throw in the towel.
If they come, we will go. I'd be willing to go make a trek and watch Maiden with you.
Hell yeah. I've got Metallica off my bucket list.
See, that's the one I haven't.
See, Maiden's one I'll go and enjoy. Metallica, I mean, I really didn't enjoy that one.
Well, my whole deal with Metallica is just like, I want to have the big four.
Yeah.
And I've seen Anthrax and I've seen Slayer. I've yet to see Megadeth or Metallica.
I've seen Megadeth a shitload of times. I've seen Slayer. I haven't seen Anthrax, and I really don't care if I do.
Dude, I'm not an Anthrax fan, but I will straight up say they rip fucking ass live. Like, they're badass. I seen them. It was them, Lamb of God, Testament, who is really fucking good live.
Oh, Testament live. Yeah.
Napalm Death, who's also really badass live.
I've seen Exodus live a few times, and I consider them more of the big four than fucking Anthrax.
Well, yeah, I mean, Gary Holt, the guitarist of Exodus, and the drummer of Exodus are fucking Slayers.
Yeah, that's
like Gary Holt replaced Jeff Hanneman.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's where Hammett started, was Exodus. Is it not?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Dude, let's take a moment and just have a moment of silence for Kirk Hammocks. nature.
His ability to do anything anymore. He's gotten lazy.
Well, when you play the same fucking riff for 30 years,
Yeah.
like...
Hey, you were fucking trained by fucking Satch. Fucking Joe
yeah, no
Satriani.
shit.
There's like probably 10 people on Earth who can say that.
He is definitely the fucking George Harrison of Metallica. I just sat here when my guitar quietly whimpers. Like,
Lars is a douche. Hatfield's a country bumpkin.
dude,
And, and Hammett's lazy as fuck.
and don't get me started on fucking Trujillo, man. Like, that's cool and all, but you know what? Suicidal tendencies suck.
It did.
There, I said it. Fuck that. He wanted a Pepsi and he wrote a song about not getting his way. Fuck him. Fuck that band. I could talk music all day, though.
Yeah, this is the good old music podcast.
We're the good old Billboard charts catcher upper podcast.
So, what have you been playing? We're only 40 minutes into this cocksucker.
That's okay. Fuck it. I've been diddle daddling with all kinds of shit. I've been playing my arcade cabinet quite a bit. And that's mainly it. I got Donkey Kong Spooky Remix.
Spooky remix.
It's pretty good. It's like a complete hack, but he throws. For some reason, it looks like a watermelon.
Canceled. Off
I'm
YouTube
not
forever.
fucking no. He throws a fucking. It's green. It ain't a green fucking pumpkin. I mean, what? Have you seen a green pumpkin?
No, not yet.
Okay, exactly. Well, he throws it off, and it starts, and instead of fire coming out, it's a bat. And the girders are different. Like, you got jumps in the middle, and he throws these pumpkins, and the pumpkins are constantly, like, if you jump it, it'll roll down the bottom, there's a conveyor spring, and it'll throw it back up top. So, he just puts new pumpkins in circulation constantly, and they stack up.
Huh.
And then, you get ghosts and dead frogs and things in jars. It's a brown frog and its eyes are solid white.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's dead.
I think you're correct.
It's the Frogger frogs that didn't make it.
Yeah.
Been playing that. I've been trying to do horror themed shit because I'm gonna have some get-togethers. You'll be invited, of course. I'm gonna try to do some on the weeknights for Halloween. That's gonna get everybody over and play some horror games and drink a little bit and maybe we need to have a Lord of the Harvest video game tournament with just our friends and like maybe have a couple nights and then the third one be the winners take all.
Hell yeah.
Some sort of tournament.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I've been thinking about that. I think we'll do it. We'll just call it the Lord of the Harvest. Fucking might even get a trophy made for the winner.
Fuck yeah.
I've been playing Is it Zombie Raid? The fucking shooter?
Yes, the side scrolling.
I fucking love
That's
that.
a great NES game,
dude.
Because you're the flying zombie head, right?
Yes.
It's
Zombie Nation. That's
Zombie
the name of it.
Nation, yes.
Zombie Nation.
You're the flying zombie head shooting eyeballs.
Yes.
It's fucking wicked, dude.
It's really fucking hard.
It is.
I don't think I've made it past the second or third level.
I don't think I have either, but man, it's fun and it's fucking gnarly for an NES game.
I'm getting pretty fucking good at Splatterhouse, the first one.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of just fucking memorization.
Yeah.
Because, like, the boss battles and all that, there's just the certain patterns. Once you get them figured out, there ain't shit to beat in that game. I've been playing with myself.
Mm-hmm. As you should.
As I should.
In the dark.
I didn't tell you about... this is not video game related, but I pickled some sand fleas.
Oh, yeah? Well, you showed me when you were drunk the other night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I pickled me some sand fleas.
Nice.
That's another game.
Make sure you taste them here shortly. It's a Slappy Co game, ain't it?
I believe it is. That thing ruins marriages.
I've been playing mainly board games.
That's what I was going to get to is we played Alien.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Before we go into that, I got a bit of a throwback here.
Okay.
Bit of a nerd rage.
Oh, my favorite time of
I
evening.
guess it really ain't nerd rage, but it's rage.
Anytime I hear your name and rage in the same sentence, I'm like, get him. Tell me about it, Papa.
Mostly just old fucks at the fucking gym, dude. Old fucks at the gym.
Those people, huh?
Okay, first they kind of enrage me because I'll watch them.
You working hard or hardly working?
Exactly. I'll watch them and they'll go to a machine and they'll like circle it a few times like a fucking vulture. And then they'll sit down at it.
Say it's like and they sniff the seat when she gets up.
Say it's like a bicep curl machine. They go to bicep curl machine. You curl both your biceps at once. Well, they'll go to it and they'll just take the pin out of it, so there's no weight at all, and they'll just curl one arm at a time, and just sit there. I'm like, what are you doing? You're just wiggling your arm. You're not even doing full extension. You're just wiggling your arm, wasting everyone's fucking time. But what's worse than that, though, is, okay, one of them will be at a machine, another one will come up and start talking to him. Then another one joins in, and another one. Next thing you know, it's fucking BoomerCon 2021.
Oh, my God. It's like going to Jack's in the morning.
Yes. They're all just sitting around this machine bullshitting with each other. Meanwhile, it's the only machine in the gym of that kind, and I need to fucking use it. So I'm sitting here, I'm exhausting every other part of my body waiting to get on that fucking machine. I've had to eventually just give up and just go over there and say, hey guys, I need this fucking machine. Can you move? Can y'all fucking go to McDonald's and talk? Can you go to Hardee's and talk or something? I mean, fuck off. It's what
I thought you work out at Planet Fitness.
Yes.
Right? I thought they had things against that kind of shit.
Well, they got shit against quote unquote lunks, meatheads. So if someone goes in there like throwing weights around and shit, supposedly they set off this lunk alarm thing, which honestly, if someone set that off on me, I'd punch them in the face. Because that's just retarded. But anyways.
We'll shame you right out of this gym.
Yeah, and I'll punch you out of this gym too, motherfucker. I do got to compliment your coworker Brian on his gym etiquette. He saw me there on Labor Day, I believe it was.
Yes, he told me at work. You seen me? He said he didn't want to bother you because it looked like he was getting in a good
I was
burn.
getting at it. But, we talked briefly. We didn't talk at a machine. We didn't type a machine. And we went along our merry way. That's how you fucking do it at a gym. Mm-hmm. You don't set...
You're not there to fucking hang out. You're there to get your ass kicked and get the fuck out.
Yes. But, he exhibited perfect gym etiquette. These old fucks, one of them be sitting on the fucking machine the whole time, either talking on the phone or chatting with 6 other old fucks. And I'm like, you know what? The COVID vaccine was a fucking mistake. Y'all should all be dead. and today, it was a new one on me.
You old club-footed bastard.
Today was a new one on me. I went to the bike because, I said this bike's been helping my sciatica. Mm-hmm. So I'm the only one on this set of bikes. They're the bikes with a little, almost like a car bucket seat when your feet are out in front of you and you're pedaling. They got, I think, 8 of them there. So I'll pick one. I strategically pick one where I'm away from everybody. And I'm the only one using one of these in particular bikes. This old fat fuck comes over there and sits right beside me.
There's like fucking plenty around
yes,
you.
And he could have been 4 bikes over and using the same
wanted
kind
to
of
feel that big dick energy you're exuberating.
I guess he's like the mother. You go into a public bathroom and there's 60 urinals, and he's the motherfucker that goes right beside you.
Yeah, looking down.
And I had just started this when he came over there, and I was like, and I crossed my mind, get up and change bikes because I don't know if you noticed, there's a pandemic going on, social distancing and all that. This fucker's 2 feet away from me. And then I realized, you know what? I'm fucking ground zero for COVID. Fuck this motherfucker. If he
I'm
wants
going to kill your ass.
If you want to sit beside me, get COVID and die, I'm at the hospital every fucking night. You're welcome to it. I'll be doing a CT angiogram on you later, motherfucker.
I'll see you next week. Good luck on that bicycle, because your lungs are going to swell shut, fuck.
I mean, Jesus fuck. Like,
that's fucking
even outside of a pandemic, I wouldn't do that.
Well, even if you're not in a fucking gym, that's annoying anywhere.
Get out of your people's bubbles if you can. Like, if every bike was taken and that's the only spot you had, sure. It is what it is. whatever. But I'm literally the only person on this kind of bike, and you pick the one next to me, fuck you, get out of my space.
Yeah, that's messed up, man.
Like again, it's going to the urinal beside you in the bathroom.
That's something I'd like to bitch about. You know, talk about the personal space thing. I got told by this little country bumpkin dipshit bit. I gotta be careful here. I just got told by this idiot fucko.
This F slur.
Yeah, this fuck slut. Yeah, I'm already too far gone now. Oh, fuck it. It's our podcast. I work with this fucking asshole. This dumb bitch tells me that I'm fucking... I say dumb bitch with full heart intention.
Those are values I stand by.
Those are values I stand by. The savagery and cruelty needs to be known by man. This bitch... She fucking tells me that I'm a fucking idiot for getting vaccinated, right? Guess what happens? God. She gets fucking COVID 3 days after telling me that I'm an idiot. And now, and not only that, she come to work sick and knew she was fucking sick and
what a moron.
and come to fucking work anyways. And I was like, right back to what I was saying last week. You're the fucking problem.
Yeah. Yep. You know, my view on that.
You selfish fuck. I understand if you don't want to get it, but then you get sick and fucking willingly expose people to your ass. Fuck you, you dumb bitch.
You know,
I say that with full conviction.
I'm all for the vaccine. I'm also all for your personal choice on getting it.
Exactly.
And if someone gets it or doesn't get it, it's their fucking choice. They're not an idiot either way. Because there's risks on both sides of it. But I'm not going to condemn anybody on their choice of that shit. That's retarded.
Well, yeah. What gets me is all the people that don't get it, how far they go to talk shit. And I'm like, you do realize this is why everybody's saying the anti-vaxxers are Trump following dipshit morons, right?
Yeah.
Because you're fitting your fucking stereotype to a degree. While my father was sick, I made the comment to one of my friends. I asked him, he was wanting to come hang out over at my house one weekend. I was like, have you been vaccinated? And he said, no. And I said, I would rather you not come to my house at this time right now.
Because
my dad...
He's going through chemo and shit. Dude, that knocks your immune system out.
I cannot fucking risk giving that shit to my dad. My friend was cool with it. But this other guy I work with overheard me telling my friend Brian about it. And he was just like, well, that vaccine's only good for the old one. It ain't going from Delta variant, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's still better than having nothing. And I was like, I don't even remember what it was I said, but he was just like, you know why I ain't getting it? And I'm like, why? And he said, do you know what the definition of fascism is? And I'm like, don't fucking give me this fucking idiot shit. I was like, my aunt's a fucking lung doctor. I'm going to believe her over some cousin fucking moron on Facebook. Like, fuck off.
The vaccine.
Off. You are the... The
vaccine itself has nothing to do with fascism. The government mandating it, sure.
I don't agree with that.
It's funny how my body, my choice changed real quick.
No shit, right?
But
all these people that's preaching this other shit, once you do that shit, they're like, oh well, every fucking thing that you've based your life on and value you've said has just been ruled null and fucking void.
I'm 1,000% in favor of body autonomy. You do with your body what the fuck you want. That includes drugs yours. For that matter.
Yeah, no shit. They ought to legalize them. If you want to fucking be stupid enough to smoke bathroom meth, you should be allowed.
Yeah. Anyways, games.
Yeah. Aliens.
Aliens was pretty rocking. Alien. Because Aliens not only is a different movie, but it's also a different game. Mm-hmm. That's one I need to get. It is Aliens, much like the movie's more about killing the aliens, whereas Alien is about escaping the aliens.
That's the beauty of the Aliens movies. Like Alien, straight fucking isolation horror movie. Aliens, war movie.
Yeah.
Fucking Alien 3 kind of goes back to Alien.
Aliens, a game. I think the subtitle is Another Glorious Day in the Core.
In the Core, yeah.
It looks pretty rad, too.
I didn't know that was a thing. Is that the one that we seen at Southern Fried, though, that the guy wanted like $5 bajillion for?
Yeah, the guy wanted way too much because he painted the figures. Oh. Whoopee, you painted the figures.
Are you somebody of noteworthy painting skills? No, well, then the value doesn't increase.
Yeah.
It kind of should decrease.
Yeah, because maybe I don't want to paint it like that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But,
Alien by Ravensburger, I want to say
it
was
is.
the company.
Alien,
Which
Fate of Nostromo.
Made the excellent WWF/E card game that you got me.
Indeed.
And they've made a few other pretty decent games.
I've noticed that predominantly most of the movie or like licensing tie-in board games you see at Target are all made by those guys.
Yeah.
That's where I found it. It was just random. It's like $30 at Target. And I'm a huge Alien fan, so I was just like, yeah. I mean, everybody's you're hardcore into board games, but I've been kind of getting interested in it now that I actually got people that I can play with.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking cool, though.
It's
I
not
dig
bad.
it. Like, I want to play it
My
again.
only critique to it would be it seemed a little easy. But we didn't do the hard mode.
Yeah, and I really would like to get 5-player, because, okay, something I wondered about, too. It's got the set places where you put, like, the oxygen canisters and all that. You could just really rearrange that anywhere you wanted as long as you got that set of number out on the board, couldn't
I guess
you?
we need to kind of paint the picture for listeners.
Yeah.
Alien, you're on the Nostromo. There's one alien on the board. Every turn you draw,
You got
card.
five character
up
choices
to 5
to play
characters.
as.
There's other characters from the movie, like Ripley and
Dallas, Lambert, Ripley, Harry Dean Stanton's character, and Yaphet Kotto's character, which is who I played as, and I can't remember. That's awful.
because you're racist. And
I beg to I'm drunk. There's a difference.
Is there? Anyways, so you're on the Nostromo, and there's main room set up with corridors in between, so it might take you 3 moves to get from the med bay to the lobby or something like that. But anyways,
You all start out in the galley.
yeah, in the
middle
galley.
of the board.
So you got 4 objectives you got to do, and a final objective. And the 4 objectives.
Objectives is based on the amount of players you got, too.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It's the number of players plus 1.
Yeah.
So we play 3 players, so it's 4 objectives. And it was things like bring 2 coolant tanks to the cryo chamber, things like that. So you do all those and then get the final objective, which for us was spray ash down with the fire extinguisher,
Kill Ash.
then incinerate the alien.
Yeah.
But every turn you get, I think it was 4 actions.
Each character's different. Ripley, Lambert,
The ones we played had the same actions.
the guy I play as all have 4, and then Dallas has 5, and Harry Dean Stanton's character has 3.
Okay.
But you
They also have special abilities.
yes, you have a special ability for each character.
So I'm guessing the guy with 3 had pretty good special ability to balance it out.
I might have to run him. one
Your
time.
guy could make extra scrap for free.
Yeah, I could pull one out of the. I could use a turn out of my 4 turns to,
And
or
scrap.
4 actions to pull a scrap out of a discard pile.
Yeah, and scrap was used to make items, which you use for both for mission objectives and for just being useful.
Yeah, like Incinerator, for example. If you were to fucking summon the alien, you can use that. Well, you can't upon summoning.
Once he gets to you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But if he's within 3 spaces of you, you got to like shoo his ass away back to the nest.
Yeah.
You can get on out of here.
Man, my little mouth too, Rono.
But yeah, Ripley basically issued commands to the players and let them move them extra spaces, which was really fucking useful for that game.
Hannah's was
She could look at the top of the event deck.
or
put it
the encounter.
Yeah, encounter.
You have encounter cards where at the end of each turn, each player you have to draw an encounter
And
card.
it usually like says like place some scrap in this room and move the alien this many spaces towards the closest player.
Yeah.
So she could look at the top of it and possibly put it on the bottom if she wanted to.
You have a token too in each room you go into that's a face down like a bay door token. And you flip over and you either get Jonesy the cat. The whole thing too is based. You have a morale system.
That's
on the
basically
left.
the team HP.
And if that morale gets down to 0,
You lose.
you fucking lose. So every time you encounter the alien, it takes like 2 to 3 morale down. Ash, if you're playing with him, takes morale down. If you see the cat, it takes 1.
Yeah.
If you see the alien, it takes 2 when you flip the tokens over. And if you flip it over and there's nothing, you're lucky. You know? Because that's something, I think, like there's certain things you can get and it'll be shit like, if you encounter the alien, add 1 to whatever it takes off from your morale meter and shit like that.
Yeah, like the flashlight subtracted 1 damage from any morale you took. That was cool shit like that. Seemed like a pretty solid game overall.
We'll have to do it again soonish. Because there's quite a bit of different objectives, and there's 5 final missions, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I've played a handful of board games that most of them I acquired at Southern Fried. The main one I'm going to talk about, though, well, I guess I'm going to talk about 2. One of them is one I got off Kickstarter, which is Doom Machine. Comes in a fucking Altoids can, basically, with, of course, their label on it, but it's a little tin, Altoids tin, and it's got cards in it and dice. And what it is, it's a single-player game, and I've been bringing it to work. It's a great time waster. So the Doom Machine is basically a deck of cards. You start off with 3 of those cards played out, and each of those cards have a certain amount of squares on them that you place 1 dice on the square, and every turn it moves down the square, almost like, go down the map in Mario 3.
Well, that's cool.
And every time your dice moves on that, it does like damage to you or does some other effect. So you start off with 10 hit points, and the Doom Machine itself has a tracker for sentience and power. So sometimes some of those cards will up the sentience and power, which has other effects later down the line. But so say cards 1, 2, and 3 you start off with will have a certain amount of hit points each. They're all parts of the Doom Machine, and they have conditions on how you deal damage. So you'd roll your starting 5 dice, and say for card number 1, you can damage it with a 1 or 6. Or card number 2, maybe it's if 2 dice that are the same will damage it at 1 point. Or card number 3 might be wild dice plus wild dice equals wild dice. So basically that'd be like 1 plus 1 equals 2. Will damage that 1. So, and every time you kill one of these parts of the machine, that part of the machine is gone, so it's no longer fucking with you. But you also take the hit point dice off that and add it to your pool up to a maximum of 10 dice that you're rolling. And every turn it's got like little places on your hit points card. You can bump up a dice 1 point up or down. So if you roll a 5, you can make it a 6 or you can make it a 4. There's 3 spots for that, and there's 3 reroll spots. So you can manipulate your dice some and kind of play a game of statistics on, these 3 dice here I roll can damage something else, but I rolled low on these other 3 dice. I'm going to reroll them all together, and maybe I can use those to shield myself from taking damage from these other machine parts that are about to deal me damage. So basically, you start off with a deck of, I want to say 10 machine parts. The bottom is always the Doom core, which deals you damage based on the sentience and power. So you play through every turn, that adds 1 more piece of the machine to it. So if you aren't wiping out machine parts, it piles up and really starts fucking you hard.
That's kind of cool, though.
It's a pretty fucking wicked time waster, because you're really thinking about what order things are happening in. How can you get your early, I call them early wins. But if you can defeat the parts earlier, you get those dice to use against the machine, which really helps you a lot. So are you prioritizing the more dangerous parts, or you're prioritizing the easier to kill machine parts?
Yeah. Okay, like we can get the little things right now because these things only take 3 hits kill, but this thing right here is going to get so strong at some point.
Yes.
You can't fucking kill it.
Yeah, or it just deals you so much damage.
It kills your ass.
Yeah, it kills you. So that's been a pretty wicked little time waster.
And it's called the Doom Machine?
Doom Machine. It comes in a little Altoids can.
That sounds really cool.
It is. It's of course, people at work laugh at me, make fun of me when I'm rolling my dice and playing it out, but I don't give a shit.
What the fuck do they do for fun?
Well, you said, like I told them, it keeps me off my fucking phone. It keeps my brain working.
Yeah.
You're scrolling through Facebook looking at memes. I'm like doing math in my head and thinking about strategy.
Keeps the brain sharp.
Yeah. Shit like that, that's good for you.
You fucks work in the medical field. Stay off your phone. I don't want a brain dead asshole working on me up there.
But, so I got that off Kickstarter. I don't know if you can still get it. I don't know if it's ever going to become like a retail thing, but it's pretty wicked. I know it's on Board Game Simulator, which is like a Steam game. Mm-hmm. And people often like scan games and put them in there. Most board games are on that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's basically a physics simulator with people scanning in cards and boards and stuff.
But you can play other people on there?
Yeah. You can
that's cool.
I've never played anybody on it, but my buddy Paul and him and his brother and some other people play. That's how he's learned half the games I have, because he pulls them up on Board Game Simulator and plays them on there.
That's really cool, though. I might have to do that myself.
Yeah. That game was pretty fun. I still play it at work whenever I get a chance. It takes like 15 minutes to play a round of it. Starting off, it seems like extraordinarily hard, but you start to realize the strategy to it, and I guess where I win more often than I lose.
Oh, yeah.
So I recommend that if you can find some way to buy it. Like I said, I think it might have been Kickstarter only. But anyways, the other game I was going to talk about is Dark Moon, which I got off Amazon a while back.
I see it there behind you.
Yeah. It is based off this old game, Battlestar Galactica, which is based off the TV show. But the game itself is a game of hidden roles. So in the old Battlestar Galactica game, some people are humans, some people are Cylons, which are basically androids. You don't like Battlestar Galactica? I liked it. It was pretty...
You did?
Yes. It's pretty wicked.
What am I thinking?
Or at least the reboot, not the original. I didn't really care for the original. It's too cheesy.
I'd give it a chance. It ain't Doctor Who.
No, it's not Doctor Who.
Thank God.
It's closer to more of a hard science fiction.
Oh, that's cool.
But anyways, Dark Moon's based on Battlestar Galactica, which is a very popular board game that's been out of print for over a decade. So you can buy a copy of it for like less than $200, I think, because they haven't made it in forever.
Yeah.
And it's a really good game. So this game is based on that. Apparently, it was a print and play game originally on BoardGameGeeks.com, and I guess whoever made it finally just put their own theme to it and put it on Amazon.
Yeah.
So basically, the theme of the game is all the players are on a moon base on Titan, which is the moon of Jupiter. And on this base, a certain number of players are infected with, I guess, some kind of unknown virus. More or less, they're the thing or something.
Oh, that's cool.
And the other players are human. You don't know who's who, though, because you get dealt cards randomly that says you're infected, you're human. And if you are infected, you're better off not being known that you're infected, because you can do more shit. Because if the humans suspect that you're infected, they can quarantine you, which limits your actions. And you can also reveal yourself as infected, which you get to use your infected power, which is powerful. It lets you fuck up a couple things. But after you initially use that power, you're still more limited than if you were a unrevealed infected. So you're best off just playing incognito, pretending you're a human when you're really not. So it's a game where it makes everybody paranoid about each other. And the idea of the game is you're on this moon base. You got basically 3 main systems that you need to keep up if you're human. One of them is radiation shields. Another one is the outpost controls, which is like it kind of mandates what kind of actions you can take as a human. And then there's life support. So if you're infected, you want one of those 3 to take maximum damage, which ends the game. You kill everybody, basically. If you're human, you want to keep those alive while you're doing these 4 objectives on top of the board. And those are those usually have little check boxes in them where you certain actions can check those off, and that's how you complete the objectives. But I guess the main mechanic of the game is every turn you have a certain amount of dice, and you roll them in private behind a screen. So you can cheat in this game. So it's kind of an honor system. You don't cheat. You roll these dice behind your screen, and because 4 out of the 6 dice are negative, or 4 out of the 6 sides of each dice is negative, you could be legitimately human and trying to do your best, but still can only submit shitty negative results to something you're trying to do and fuck it up. Yeah. So that's where the bluffing comes in when you're infected, is you could roll your dice and you get some positive, but you also get negative. You submit the negative and be like, well, that's the best I rolled, guys. Sorry.
So you can talk shit either way.
Yeah, because anytime you attempt a task and you roll dice, you have to submit one.
Okay.
So if you're human and you want to submit a positive dice and you roll all negatives,
you still
have to submit one of them.
Get the negative.
Yeah. So that's pretty gnarly. And on your turn, you encounter an event. You actually draw 2 event cards and you choose which one of the 2 you want. And again, that's something else to the bluffing thing. You could, if you're like, when I was infected twice in a row with the 2 times we played it. And towards the end of the game, I was like, you know what? I've been playing really heavy into the human side. I'm going to try to end this game before it gets out of my reach.
Yeah.
So I drew 2 cards, and both of them, or one of them was not bad at all. One of them was really shitty. So I submitted the really shitty one. I was like, man, this is bad, but you should have saw the other card. It was fucking awful. So that's the best I can do for us, guys. And then I rolled my dice and submitted a negative dice to
You bastard.
I was like, man, I only had 2 dice to roll, and they were both negative, so that's the best I could do for y'all. It's pretty fun.
It sounds fucking cutthroat as shit.
Yeah, it is. I think it's 3 to 7 players, so it can handle a pretty good sized group. And it's not very mechanic heavy, so it's more about the social politics than it is about the nitty gritty game mechanics.
Yeah.
I like games like that. That's why I liked King's Dilemma a lot up there, because it was a voting game where everyone has their own objectives. And
is that the one, like, it's one playthrough?
Yes, that one's one playthrough.
You can't do it again.
Not unless I buy it again. King's Dilemma, I know I've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Every person in that game is a council member, basically making decisions for the king. And as you advance through the storyline, it'll tell you, like, open, if you choose, you encounter an event in the story, and it's a card that says, here's your options to vote for. And then whatever wins, you look on the back of the card, and it says, okay, you voted to fucking feed the peasants poisoned grain. Open envelope 37. And you open envelope 37, and you add that to your deck of storyline events, and things continue to unfold as you go. King's Dilemma is really fucking awesome. I hope they do more like that.
Well, you said it takes a minute to play through too, though, didn't it?
No, not necessarily. It takes a long time to finish the whole game. It's a legacy game, so in that sense, if I were to invite you to play King's Dilemma, you would start your own house. Like my house was House Cockwallops. So when I play, anytime I come play, my house is House Cockwallops. And if I, depending on how well I do, I make marks on my house screen, my card, on how many points I get for honor or deceit. I can't remember what they were called in the game. Basically, it was if your house was honorable or were they shitty, you got points for either way.
Yeah. And
it all culminated to a big revolution at the end of the game to see whose house made it on top. I won that, by the way.
Well, no fucking shit. Like, you don't ever win any game you fucking play.
But what's interesting, though, is it sets it up to be like a cyclical game. So, because House Cockwallops won the...
I just want you to say that one more time.
Because House Cockwallops
Thank you.
won the whole fucking legacy game of King's Dilemma. If I were to buy that again, the starting king is going to be King Cockwallop.
I got you. So, yeah, it continues. So they're like, yes, please buy 15 copies of our game.
Exactly. And it's one of those games, like, if they don't come out with another one of these at all, which I think they will, because they've patented that system that they've come up with. But even if they don't come up with one at all, I could see myself buying that game every 2 years just to play through it again, because it's going to play out differently every time.
I would like to try it out.
Yeah. It's pretty wicked.
Do you think they have that on the board game simulator?
Maybe. I don't know if you can save games in Board Game Simulator, though, which is one problem. Because it's a legacy game. You need to be able to save your state.
Oh, yeah, to go between the net. Okay,
and
yeah.
in fact, we jokingly called it the save game slot, because you take your story cards and you put it in the slot in there for currently ongoing storylines.
Maybe I should just buy one and we should just
It's pretty wicked.
Again.
Yeah, it's got a fucking trash slot in it. Like, he's got a big plastic insert and it's got a little slot. Any cards that, like, were trashed for whatever reason, like you chose a story path that didn't use these cards, you put those cards in the trash slot and they're just underneath the plastic insert and you never see them.
That's weird. That's
yeah,
cool.
And it's got a board that keeps up with all the statistics of the kingdom, but as you unlock certain achievements in the game, you put stickers on the board and they give you positive effects or negative effects if it was a bad thing. So it does carry over for a while.
You're literally just building a fucking kingdom to carry on to the next game.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty wicked.
I dig it. Board games are the rage right now.
Board games have increased in popularity a lot, which I'm really happy with. I love board games.
There's some like old school ones I really want. They're so expensive. I'd love to have the real Ghostbusters Milton Bradley game.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking cool, but it's about $120.
I wish I had the
3D.
I used to have this old game. I got it from my uncle years ago. I mean, I was maybe 10 or so. I got this game called Shogun, which was basically Chinese Risk. Like, it took place on I don't know if it was Chinese or what nation it was, but you were
racist.
Yeah, I am. It's basically Romance of the Three Kingdoms, the board game.
Nice.
So you were like
your soldiers have a rice famine.
Yes.
Yeah.
You took control of this city-state or province or whatever, and it was really fucking elaborate. It was way over my head at that time, and I don't even know what the fuck I did with it, but that's an expensive-ass game. Mm-hmm. And it had all these cool little, tokens and model swords and shit that was in it.
That's a board game that me and Brian were talking about. See, they got a Ghostbusters Clue out now. It's Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I really fucking want it.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Clue's fun.
Yeah.
But I'd like to learn how to play Risk. I've never played Risk, and Brian was like, dude, he was like, those games can last fucking forever.
I just bought it at Bargain Hunt the other day for $10. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd like to try it out. Like, I've watched a little bit of videos on it just to kind of get the basics of it figured out. It ain't that difficult, but...
Yeah, it's not obscenely difficult at all. It takes a while.
Dude, I hate to say it, and this is like one that any, I guess, board game purist might be like, well, we're going to punch this guy in the dick. I like me some Monopoly, man.
Yeah.
I fucking like Monopoly. And I'm really good at it. I got certain friends that refuse to play me because I took all their fucking money and their land.
Yeah,
just call me John Smith.
My only gripe with Monopoly, it's one of those games that you have to be with a group who's willing to call it. Because it gets to the point where, like, you fucking won, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's no way.
My whole deal is when you're out of fucking money and you're having a mortgage and levy shit,
you're done.
Just call it.
You're done.
And all that is luck. All Monopoly is if you get on the good spaces, buy everything. Anything you land on, fucking buy it.
Buy everything you land on. Yep.
Still good. They got Coal Monopoly. We got to get it and play it.
Yeah.
It's like, you're addicted to crystal meth. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You got muddy feet at the Trump rally. Go back 3 spaces.
I can't remember the name of the purple spaces that sucked in Monopoly, but I guarantee you one of those
Parlor Place or some shit.
One of those is got to be the Lake on Motel.
Oh, dude, I hope. Oh my fuck! If they have it, we ought to take it and redo it.
It's got to be like the $20 property. Someone lands on it and you pay them money.
You get a fucking community chest card. It was like
pet bugs.
bed bugs, pay $40 to the doctor to get your back scraped. Or it could be like, find meth rock in the corner of the room at Lakon Motel, get $20.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be great.
Hell yeah, it would.
I wish more people knew what Lakon was, because
yeah, it's a glorious place.
I've wanted to sell a Lakon vacation package for so long. It's like, stay in our luxurious Lakon hotel resort and enjoy the finest shopping amenities on Saturday and Sunday.
Fine dining at Pop's Truck Stop, which just closed down, sadly.
Which is conveniently out of business. That was fucking Stuckey's.
Yeah,
like,
it was for the longest.
Everybody's like, I can't believe Stuckey's went out of business. I'm like, you can't believe a store that sold state spoons and pecan logs went out of business? Like, what the fuck else did they have? Nobody collects goddamn state spoons anymore.
No.
That's a problem with America.
No one ever did.
I mean, I think you're right. The only people's grandparents I ever seen that collected state spoons were dead by the time I met them.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something to say.
Collecting state spoons is up there with collecting Star Trek China plates. Like, nobody does.
You know, it's like the only gas station you go into, you can get gas, you can get pecan logs. We got a gemstone fountain in the back. Like, they got all this useless shit, and everybody's like, why'd they go out?
Well, you used to have a Dairy Queen too, which
is
Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Pops wasn't bad
Pops
when it
wasn't
turned over
bad.
Pops, man. Like,
I like their creepy Elvis they had in there.
I was fixing to say the fucking Elvis statue, man. That was a testament.
He's out playing music to some little kids he's about to diddle.
Lakon's got a mini. Me and Hannah went down to where you can pull off by the bridge at Lakon, going to, and the first thing I told her, I was like, Brendan's dad used to bring us down here fishing all the fucking time. We'd go do some midnight catfishing and come the fuck down here. Like,
yep.
That was good times, simpler times.
It was.
Lakon is not so simple. Pig skins and crystal meth.
Yeah. It is not the Lakon of yesteryear.
Lakon used to be jumping, man.
It used to be the place you could find anything you wanted at Lakon. Including snuff films.
Yeah. Didn't that happen to you one time down there, right?
Yeah, I something I distinctly remember is this guy had, people would bring trailers, like open-end trailers.
Yeah, they got
in this gravel lot.
If you go to Lakon, where you turn in at, it's all these decrepit chicken house buildings that are fucking been falling apart since the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
People got little booths and shit in there. The right side's got like the pork skin stand and a bunch of shitty little booths. And then the left side's, like you said, it's like big gravel pit outdoor flea market.
And you can just pay a fee and bring a trailer
it's like,
shit.
And to this day, it's like $5 a spot. You pay $5, you can park and sell shit.
Yeah. And I recall going to this one trailer, my dad's looking through shit, and I see this guy selling all these VHS tapes. And one of them's covered up. And I asked my dad, I said, what's that over there? And he's like, those are snuff films. You don't need to look at them. And my fucking old 5-6-year-old self's like, why are people worried about fucking chewing tobacco films?
Great Granny Pearl dip snuff.
And then when I got older, I remember seeing on the news like there's a big epidemic of snuff films. Like, how they're becoming illegal or whatever, and people are trading them and all this shit. And then they explained what snuff films was on the news. And I was like, oh.
Well, see, and people think I'm crazy because I feel like I'm the only fucking one that remembers this.
It's something else is, I recall, it was snuff films, but like on the spines of them was labeled as cities. Atlanta and Nashville and shit.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
They just doing some traveling. Probably some homeless people getting berated in the worst ways. Well, one of the things I remember about Lakon that everybody thinks I'm fucking crazy about, and I remember this, and my grandpa did too when he was still alive. If we ever go, I'll show you. The shack is still there. There used to be an Indian guy though that sold all these like the leather Indian goods, or Native American goods. It's like the leather and fucking turquoise and all that shit. He sold all that, but he had a fucking sign that was like, see the half human, half pig fetus in a jar.
Oh, yeah.
Pay $1. And you pay that fucker $1 to go in and start playing this like fucking mystic ass music. And there's like a human pig fetus in a jar. But it's a type of pig that's born with something that gives it a kind of, it makes the snout real small and gives it like a human-like look. Kind of like a Harlequin baby. Or a fucking, what's a thalamide child in a jar. That's what I felt like. Just old thalamide baby. Got old.
There's nothing cool like that anymore.
No. I would still pay a fucking $1 to go in and see that. I would like take pictures flexing with it.
Yeah.
Shit, look at this pig baby in this jar for $1.
The world is too politically correct for freak shows.
That sucks.
That does suck.
It's pickled. It's dead in a pickled jar.
They don't care.
Matter. Yeah. I'm going to start charging $1 to kids in my neighborhood. Like, come in, look at my sandwich. That ain't fucking creepy or anything. Oh, come on in, look at my sand, please. Parents be like, you stay the fuck away from that guy's house.
See what he did to those sand fleas? He might do that to you.
I pull them straight out of the sand and pickle them. I'll pull you straight out of your bedroom and pickle you. It's awful.
Yeah. One thing I want to say is I'm looking for me a flesh and blood partner. Anybody, including you, if you want to get into flesh and blood, I want to find somebody like we can start testing decks off each other. I want to start running flesh and blood tournaments, like driving off to other states and
dude, I'd be down.
Tournaments.
Try it. I did dig flesh and blood. I got them 2 decks you give me.
Yeah.
So I could order the rest of the kit and I'll start playing.
Shit. Oh, yeah. Because like I know there's a big tournament in Orlando in November. I'm kind of thinking about taking a road trip out of it.
Dude, my birthday's in November too.
Very tempted to take a road trip for that one. That game, they did recently had the Calling Las Vegas, and it like blew all expectations out of the water. Like, you know, people were thinking, oh, maybe 500 people show up best. Because thinking, no, it's not magic.
Yeah.
Over 1,000 fucking people showed up to this thing. And it fucking ruled. Like, I went and watched the live streams of the final events. And I've only played with one other guy, really. So it's really casual kitchen table shit is what I'm used to with it. Seeing like the upper end echelon of it, I was like, holy shit, this game has a lot of fucking strategy to it. I didn't really realize. I'm really fucking pumped for Flesh and Blood.
You want to try to maybe, I guess, us set a night out and start doing a fucking Flesh and Blood night every week?
That'd be pretty wicked.
That'd be cool to try something different. Because I would love to have a fucking CCG game that I could get into.
Yeah.
And
I've started throwing together a Dash deck, which is a mechanologist steampunk bitch. It just seemed like a fun deck to play. So I'm waiting on a few more cards coming for that. But the whole game as a whole is just such a fucking blast. I just don't get to play it enough. It's just not popular enough yet.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it gets to where it overtakes Magic for the tournament player's choice card game.
So there's nobody really, I don't guess, here in Coleman that plays it?
No. The guy at the card shop said he's had 1 or 2 other people inquire about it, and he's always told them, well, I got one guy who plays it, talking about me.
Yeah.
And he said he signed up to do tournaments, so maybe people will show up to it once that gets going. I've went on Patreon to this one guy. He does a YouTube channel, Kitchen Table TCG. He does an online tournament with prize support and everything, so you get the promo cards and stuff. So I'm waiting on my cards to come in to finish my deck, and I'm going to start doing that online. I got my little camera set up over there.
Oh, shit, I just not noticed that.
Yeah.
It's very Matrix looking.
Yeah, it's a little, I guess, articulating arm that I have a Logitech camera set on.
That's for filming that other articulating arm.
It is. I'm going to have my playmat set out there and my cards on there, and it's just over Discord, you and someone else playing.
That's cool.
It's going to take me a while to get used to it because I'm not familiar enough with the cards and know them just off the side of the art.
Yeah.
So I might have to be like, oh, okay, bring that card up to the camera so I can read its text. You know, it's going to be a pain in the ass, but still, it'll be a way to play the fucking game.
Yeah.
And it's one thing about this game that I do like, even though it's inconvenient right now, is the name Flesh and Blood isn't just because it's a gory game. It's because they don't intend on doing a digital version. It's meant to be played in the flesh and blood. Yeah. It's something that the people who are making it are like longtime Magic players, and they've kind of seen where Magic's gone astray with shit, and they want to do it differently and do it the way they think it should be, which is the way I think it should be.
In person. Sitting at a table with another person.
And not fucking around with fucking... There's a Fortnite Magic set coming out. Fortnite.
What?
Yes.
Well, I hope that kills Magic off, because let me tell you, Fortnite is a fucking shit show.
It's stupid.
I hate that fucking game so fucking much.
I mean, I've played it with my daughter just because she liked it.
I've played it before too, but it's fucking...
It's just stupid. It's not even... I don't even say
it's shitty. It's dumbed down Team Fortress is all it is.
Yeah, it is. I ain't even gonna say it's necessarily a bad game. It's just stupid. It's stupid. And not the last thing I want to see is a Fortnite Magic card.
I don't get it. I mean, I don't get Magic to begin with, but I just don't get those two. Doesn't seem like that would be a very good fucking combo of shit. Like,
it's just Magic has gone so straight. The only thing I care about Magic anymore is doing drafts. I love draft. Magic is still the best game for doing drafts with. Flesh and Blood, you can draft with it. It's not as good as Magic Draft. Constructed decks where you make your own deck, I think it's on par with Magic in a lot of ways. But Draft is still Magic's domain. But hardly anybody plays Draft anymore, so I guess...
Everybody's playing that fucking Commander shit, right?
Yeah, and I'm so fucking running the Commander.
I just think you're done with Magic.
In a lot of ways I am, man. I'm still investing in it.
I think it's the end of a fucking era.
I'm still investing in it because I'm...
But investing in playing, though.
Two different things.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be buying collector boxes and throwing them in the closet to sell off when I get in my 60s and enjoy time on my ass.
No shit.
But, yeah. Which I'm doing the same with Flesh and Blood, too, now, so... who knows? I might just switch over to purely that if this game gets enough steam.
Well, I've been looking online at buying a unopened booster box of a SimC, the card game, because I'm still bound and determined to learn how to play that fucking game, even though it looks like a piece of shit.
It does.
I'm pretty sure it was.
What's that Major League game you got at Southern Fried? It's pretty solid.
It is. I told you wrong last time. The Kickstarter isn't up, but it's about to be.
Okay.
That thing I signed up for, it's just like, they sent me an email or whatever, and I signed in for all that, and it's just when it goes live, I have first dibs on it. So I've got that filled out, because it's like a pretty big fucking expansion. It's like the Elders, or they're not called Elders. It's like something else.
The old ones or something?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like an expansion of just them that adds all these different...
The single-player type shit and co-op shit.
I would love to play it again, though.
It was fun.
Because I haven't played it... Well, I've played one-player game since I brought it home, and that's it.
It was pretty solid. I need to get me a copy of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I may bring... Hell, we might play it sometime this week. I found my deck sleeve protectors I lost. They were in my car. Go fucking figure.
They're slippery bastards.
Suckers.
Trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about. Diablo 2 Resurrected's coming out this week. That's going to be fun as shit.
That's
it's coming out Thursday, which sucks for me because I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm going to download it Thursday.
It's just a remake of Diablo 2, isn't it? I might ought to fucking get that.
You should, dude.
Because I've spent some hours playing fucking the first two Diablo.
You should get it, dude. It'll be awesome.
We can play together, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll get it. Fuck yes. Man. Fuck yeah.
Any listeners who want to join with us, we'll start a good old gamers clan, dude.
Oh, dude, we should.
It'll be weak. I know Bill got him a gaming PC a couple months ago. You need to get it, Bill.
Come on, Bill. Don't fuck around, Bill.
Diablo 2. Come on, if you missed out on the original, this is the time.
Oh, dude, I might put out a thing on Facebook tonight. Boy, y'all mount up. We're putting together an army. Dude, that'd be badass.
I'm going to be firing me up a sorceress. I fucking loved sorceress in Diablo 2. I loved all the classes, but sorceress was my jam.
Fuck, yeah, dude. That could be good.
Yeah. I think it's going to be real good. It's going to scratch a niche I didn't realize I had.
It comes out Thursday,
September 23rd.
Do you know what the price is on it?
I don't know. Let's find out real quick, because I'm sure it's...
It's got to be cheaper. I'm sure 40, 50.
See if we find a place to buy it. Of course I'm old enough for Diablo 2 Resurrected. I fucking played the original, you dickbag.
Shit.
I remember
ain't
taking
that something?
I remember taking this thing into computer science class at Hansville. And I asked the teacher there, like, hey, can I install this game and play it? He said, how big is it? I was like, 30 megabytes. And it was like a 2 CD game. It's like 1.5 gigs, which at the time was a ton. He's like, yeah, you can play it.
That ain't that big of a deal. And see, it's coming out on fucking PS4 and everything else. So even if you switch,
which I've really say go PC if you can go PC.
Yeah, because you can play with us.
$40, or I'll probably get whatever this badass thing is, because I just love Diablo 2 so much. They could be like, well,
Primeval
pay $20 and we'll send you a screenshot of our nipple.
It just like, all it is. The Primeval one just comes with fucking Diablo 3 shit.
Oh shit! Then I guess
that's all it is. Diablo 3 expansions.
I guess that's good if you don't have Diablo 3, but I will be getting...
I never played Diablo 3. So
You're better off without
bad things about it. Yeah, I'll get that shit. That'd be a good fucking... That'd be something for us to do in the next few weeks.
Hell yeah, it will.
Fuck yeah. That's cool.
And I want to say there's some cross-platform to it as well. I'm not sure how it works.
I imagine. I mean, if it's coming out and everything, I bet you they'll compile everybody into
Hopefully they can do it in a way where, like, if one console gets hacked, it don't ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's something I remember about the original fucking Diablos. Having
hacking.
The hack program I had, you could just, somebody piss you off, you just kick them fucking completely off the server. Like,
yeah.
What a dick.
I'm hoping they got their P's and Q's on. I'm sure launch night, which is going to be the only night I have available to play till next Monday, it's probably going to be a shit show, because that's how every online game launches.
God, it launches Thursday too. I got them shows this weekend, so I won't be able to play shit till next week.
Well, we'll throw down Monday for sure.
Fuck yeah. I'll go ahead.
It'll be downloaded and ready to go if nothing else.
I get home tonight and I'll go ahead and pre-purchase the motherfucker, so there ain't no questions.
I can't fucking wait for it, dude. Gotta have so many memories of that game. Some of it's been tainted by a guy who's now a pedophile, but one of my old bros.
Jesus Christ.
One of my old best
pedophiles.
Bros. Yeah.
We can't make it through a goddamn episode of Good Old Gamers Podcast without mention of a pedophile.
I know it. I mean, the world's so rife with it.
It is just rife with decay and kid diddling.
Guy I used to play with Diablo 2 with all the time. One of my best friends from Hansel ended up like getting high on meth and diddling his 13-year-old stepdaughter.
Oh my!
So he's in prison now.
He should be dead.
So all the memories I have of playing Diablo 2 with him are forever tainted.
He was Diablo.
Yeah.
He's a Diablo.
Man, we would like both join the same server, and he would join a party with people doing experience runs, and I would join, and he'd tell me where they are, because he's in their party. He can see where they are on the map. I would teleport to him.
That motherfucker's the mole on
he
the
was
inside.
The mole.
Fuck.
I would teleport to him, hostile them, so I could kill them and fucking weld their ass down with fireballs. We'd take all their money and then go to a different server and gamble it away looking for uniques and shit.
Jesus Christ, I had no idea that Diablo 2 took place in fucking, Compton. Excuse me, Compton, yes.
I had a lot of memories dueling people in Diablo 2 and just all the fuckery that went on. And I have a feeling they're going to put a stop to some of the fuckery, because you can't have fuckery anymore. People get their feelings hurt.
Yeah. Heaven forbid you do anything called griefing. They take that shit now to heart. Like,
they do.
It's literally griefing now.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
I just love setting up, just joining games for dueling. Like, you just join a game and the whole point is go outside of Act 1 and kill the fuck out of each other.
Yeah. Just fucking slaughter. Like, that was like the main appeal of that
It's almost like a King of the Hill type game. Like, if you could keep anybody else from getting outside of Act 1, you're the man.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll keep that shit intact,
Hopefully. I even miss the fact that you could scam people in the game. I know that's bad, but it kind of was a filter for stupid people. Because like when you trade it with somebody, it would show like 2 grids. Grid of what you're offering, grid of what they're offering. And it had check marks. So if you were good at the trade, you'd hit your check mark, which would light up green. They'd hit their check mark, which would light up green. Then you hit confirm trade. If you picked up an item, if you changed anything about the trade, both check marks would run green to give you a chance to go back and look at the items, check mark it again. There was a catch there to catch you from getting scammed. If you were too stupid to use it, you fucking had it coming.
Yeah. And that's on you.
Because a lot of the sprites for the items in the game were the same. So Stone of Jordan was like almost a currency of the game. It's a Stone of Jordan ring. One of the best rings in the game. It was just almost a currency. If you had a valuable item, it might be worth 3 Stone of Jordans. But there's a lot of rings that look just like Stone of Jordan. The only way you knew is to hover your mouse over it and see Stone of Jordan ring.
The stat.
Yeah. So you go to trade to somebody and they might try to pull a fast one and swap it out with some other shitty ring that's not Stone of Jordan. But you could look and see, hey, that's not Stone of Jordan, and I'm not taking this trade. So just the drama you'd see playing off of that. People getting pissed about getting scammed. I'm like, well, you're fucking retarded if you got scammed.
You should have looked deeper into detail on the shit.
When they took their trade item off and put it back on, you shouldn't have just clicked check to agree. You should have looked at it again. That was always red flag, is because like I'd go to trade with somebody and they just click.
Yeah.
Just on off, just dropping it in and out of the trade window over and over and over. I'm like, well, they're just trying to fuck with me.
So fuck off.
Yeah.
No trade.
It was kind of a Wild West feeling to it.
Yeah.
So. I'm sure.
Well, and long story short, isn't that why they fucking shut down the store on Diablo 3 initially? Something similar.
I think because it was getting such negative press.
Oh.
And it was. But I'm not 100% sure why. I know they were making a lot of money off of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Yeah, the store on Diablo 3, if you found you a unique item, you can get on there and sell it for $20. And people paid like actual cash money.
Yeah.
And you'd get that money. They'd take their cut, but you'd get that money.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. I know they shut it down pretty quick.
Yeah, it wasn't there but for a few months, I think. Maybe a year.
I'll get it, though. Diablo 2 is going to kick ass.
Yes, it is. If it's even this partially as fun as the original, it's going to kick ass.
I think it'd be. It is probably the same exact thing. Just
that's what I keep seeing is like updated graphics and stuff. A few quality of life improvements like auto gold looting and stuff, so you don't have to click on each piece of gold, that kind of thing. Which
that's cool.
I'm good with that. From the preview videos I saw, it looks good. Light radius is a thing again, which is something that made the Diablo games a little creepier. It's because your character had like a radius of light around them, which you could increase with items, but it made the whole map darker. Because you had, light, I don't know, say 10 feet out from your character, but the rest of it was pretty damn dark. So, in Diablo 3, they didn't have that shit, so it just looked like a cartoon.
That's cool, though.
Lyle's going to rock a piss, and I think we're going to find us some music after that. Yeah. All right, we back and running. We have drained our lizards. My piss trumpet is depleted. One
piss trumpet. That's so. Can you believe that girl wanted to put my piss trumpet in her mouth?
How crude.
Oh, I knew I loved her.
But don't inhale gin.
I'm pretty sure that's how you get the drunkest off of it. If you get it on the inside of your lungs. I can't wait to get home so I can keep drinking.
That's the saddest thing you've ever said to me.
I'm on the thing. I've drank 2 tall boys and a shot. Feel all right. I need more.
One thing I do want to bring up before we get to their music and wrap things up I don't think we've mentioned yet. At Games has announced they're doing a driving cabinet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have announced that they're going to be doing a driving cabinet.
Like the Legends Arcade.
Yes, but for driving, like a set-down driving cabinet.
Oh, shit.
And when I saw that, I was initially like 100% sold on it until this Godzilla thing came out, and now I'm not going to have room for it.
Maybe I should get the driving cabinet and we can just swap up for hanging out.
Now, they released a preview of it, and a lot of people are shitting on it, but the thing is, the preview they released is a proof of concept. And basically what they did...
It's not a final product.
Yes. Basically what they did is they took some piece of shit driving cabinet off Alibaba and shoved their hardware in it. That was their proof of concept. Which was a bad move for them to actually release pictures
Y'all are almost Coleco Chameleon that shit.
Yeah, it looks shady as fuck. Which is... They're given the track record with the Legends Ultimate and the pinball. I'm sure it's going to be good.
Yeah.
That's the one thing At Games has gotten right so far. So I think it's going to be good. And I may end up getting rid of something to make room for that thing because I really want a driving cabinet. I might get rid of my Star Wars and make room for it that way. But it'd be something to keep your eyes peeled for if you're interested in a driving cabinet.
Most definitely. And if it's anything like I can't speak for the pinball, but I can speak for the Arcade Legends. Like,
it's pretty wicked.
Easy to mod and shit too. Like,
I thought about because there's some troubles with mapping spinners and shit for stuff, which I fixed a good bit of it, which you can find on archive.org if you look for it. But it'd be a lot easier if I just hooked up a Raspberry Pi to it permanently, and I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to then. Yeah,
because that's something I've even looked at, like the Raspberry Pi. You can put any game, just about on it. Like,
it's way easier to manage, and you can pretty much just leave that plugged into your HDMI slot. And
I'm a big fan of mine, man. Like, I love that thing.
Yeah, they're good cabinets. They're probably, I'd say they're the best store-bought MAME arcade cabinet you can get.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's just as simple as buying a USB stick. You can have a full MAME library. And
the features that come on it, too, though, like the online shit, is kind of cool. I mean, it's $20 a month and all, but if you knew a fuck ton of people would own one, it'd be badass because it's like an internalized scoreboard and shit. You know?
Right. I think the scoreboard's free to use.
Because any game that comes pre-programmed on it, like the old arcade games and shit, you can submit your score on then.
Yeah.
So I tried on Missile Command the other night and realized, well, I got a lot of getting better to do.
There is a pretty decent community for it. So I'm a member of a lot of the Facebook groups, and there's a pretty decent community for that shit. We might have to pick up a month here soon, and just so we can get some.
I would almost get a month again just to play some fucking Twinkle Star Sprites or whatever. Yeah, because I mean that's fun. Yeah,
it's cool shit just being able to pick up an arcade game and play online with somebody.
I know, that's the main thing I liked is like I had me and you played there and we just were on speakerphone with each other and it's literally like having somebody there to fucking play with. Like, it's cool.
It is.
We may need to do that soonish.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Imagine with the racing things, a lot of those racing games were linked to cabinets. That'd be fucking wicked if you could play some racing games online against people.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
And I bet that will be a feature because, I mean, it's a feature of the pinball. It's a feature of the Ultimate. So I bet the racing cabinet will have something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to know what all it'll come installed with, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's one good thing. I mean, they do give you some good software right off the bat.
Yeah. And if nothing else, just being able to plug in a USB and play what you want off of it.
Fuck yes.
Which is the main reason I'd be after it. I don't know. It'd be something to keep your eyes on, though. If you're
I didn't know that was a thing. I will check into it, though.
You know, I'm definitely glad I didn't get the Outrun arcade one up.
Yeah.
Because as cool as that is, having, 3 games... That's Arcade One-Up's biggest weakness. Like the cabinets, for the most part, hit the nostalgia right.
But you only got so much shit.
You got to get a couple games on it, and that's it.
That was my big deal with not getting the fucking Ninja Turtles cab. As much as I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, I'm like, I can't tell you how many times I've already played through the original Turtles and Turtles in Time.
Yeah, you do it once or twice, and it's like, well, that new feeling's gone. You know, it's not that fun anymore.
That's something I didn't get about. Everybody's like freaking out about the Simpsons cabinet. It's really fucking cool. Mm-hmm. But I'm just like, I can't justify $400.
The way I see it is like Legends Ultimate is a player's cabinet.
Yes.
Where the arcade one-ups, for the most part,
display cabinets.
Or display cabinets. They are furniture that looks cool. There's a few exceptions. I think the unique controls, for instance, like my Star Wars or any of the trackball things.
The initial one that I've still got that you bought me. Like that was perfect for that.
Yeah. It has trackball and spinner. It's things like even if you make your own MAME cabinet like I did, you probably don't have on there.
And realistically, too, man, I still like playing Missile Command on the one you bought me versus the Legends. Mm-hmm. Like, it feels more authentic to me on the arcade one-up one.
Yeah.
In a weird
I get
way.
it. Yeah.
Because it feels more like those little cabaret cabinets.
Yeah.
Because I played Missile Command at fucking Southern Fried, and it was on one of those, you know. It felt more natural like that, because it's...
Yeah, I got rid of my Golden Tee arcade one-up, and I kind of regret it, because it played so well. I mean, I can play it on my Legends Ultimate. It's just not quite as good, because it doesn't have the inclined control panel for it. And I fucking love me some Golden Tee.
You're good at that. I never once thought your ass would be good at any kind of goddamn golf. But you know what? You're a fucking...
I got pretty decent at Golden Tee.
You're a Brunswick.
I might eventually buy it again. Again, room is my big thing. Because I'm going to get that Godzilla cabinet. And if I make room for anything else after that, it's going to be that racing cabinet.
Yeah.
And I guess out of everything I got, the Star Wars cabinet would be what I get rid of. I do like it, but I wouldn't play it as much as, say, Golden Tee or a driving cabinet. Hell, you could put Star Wars on a driving cabinet. It just won't be quite as authentic.
Yeah. The controls on that Star Wars cab is what make it what it is, because you don't... You know, it's hard to emulate the fucking controls for that on anything. Yeah,
but at the same time, it's got 3 games on it. 2 of them is the only ones you give a shit, because Return of the Jedi fucking sucks.
Awful.
It sucks.
I hate that game.
Yeah.
The only a thing they could have done for that to make it a keeper is if it had the original and then it had the Sega.
Yes,
that's
the Sega one rules.
That's one of my favorite arcade games ever, still to this fucking day, man.
That's another reason I've considered about either putting a computer... I don't know if you can do Sega Star Wars on a Pi, but putting a PC on my Legends Ultimate...
You might could. I think that's all the Naomi board.
Yeah.
And I think it...
I know you can do it with a PC.
Decently emulated.
Yeah. If I could just get me a little, like, desktop... workstation, like out of an old office, and put in that thing. And because I got that Tron stick in there, that would be almost perfect. For the Sega Star Wars.
Because it's pretty much the same fucking stick.
Yeah.
You do that, I might do that too.
Be pretty wicked. I've been wanting to buy aftermarket Tron artwork and make that thing like a Tron cabinet. Just because I love the way that cabinet looks. I'm not even a huge fan of the game. I just think that it looks awesome.
Dude, you know, I know it may be a little clusterfucky, but if worse comes to worse and you just need room, you could probably put something in this fucking corner right here.
I could. I kind of want to have my arcade area, though.
Separate, yeah. You need to find a fucking token machine and make your fucking shit at home take tokens.
I've thought about it. Because there's a psychological thing there.
Yeah. It's like giving you that, like when I play mine, one of my things, I've got Halloween lights hung up in my living room now. And like there now, I've got the lights on my TV and all that shit. I just had those lights going. Had the other ones turned off, had some music bumping, playing that. Like it adds to the fucking mind frame you're in.
Yeah, it's something I've simulated by giving myself X amount of credits on games, but there's a psychological thing that can be emulated by any other way than putting quarters in it or coins in it. And, you know, That is something I've really considered is getting tokens. Or I mean, honestly, but just be quarters would be cheaper than tokens.
Yeah.
Just getting a shitload of quarters and just reusing them in there. Setting everything up off quarters, and it'd be pretty wicked, I think. Because it triggers something
shit
in your
have
head.
people come to your house, do like 1 quarter challenge.
Yeah.
Just everybody gets 1 quarter.
Only problem is my main cabinet ain't rigged up for quarters, which I
Yeah.
could do it. It's got a coin mech on it. I just got to wire that up somehow. And my Star Wars cabinet doesn't have any way to do.
You just
Or
do
my
it little
virtual
rascal
pinball.
style and just fucking put a jar on the side
Yeah.
of it. You ping.
I do want to get me some kind of little candy dispenser or something.
Oh, that'd be badass.
Or coin, a soda dispenser. Some kind of...
Like a capsule toy thing. Would
Yes,
be real
capsule
fucking
toys
cool.
or crane machine. They got these little crane machines on eBay for I think a couple $100.
I would love
They're
to
like
have a-
little. I'd almost call them cabaret crane machines because you set them. They're not. You can't just set them on the floor. You got to set them on something. But the little crane machines you can set up and stock it with your own shit and play with.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
That would be fucking.
I do
cool.
love crane machines.
I do too.
Man.
They're rip-offs, but I like them.
Yeah. If you ever play one and the fucker just loose clamps, you better just walk away from it.
Yeah, or the Sega UFOs are the worst.
Oh yeah, dude.
The two-prong-
shit's got it. Sega's got that key game too that the key fucking goes in and spins.
Fucking rip-off.
And like, there's a video on YouTube that's talking about how to win at them, and they're like, "Go to this one because the payout line." And I'm like, "You ain't fucking winning nothing.
Yeah.
If the thing's got a payout meter in it, it's gonna fucking pay out when it wants to.
Yeah.
Period."
Yep.
Sega, you sons of bitch. At least they ain't Konami.
The only-
And there's like, here's a new Metal Gear Solid a pachinko machine.
I've thought about slot machines. You can find those cheap.
I want a slot. I would like to have a Cherry Master fucking slot machine.
You can find slot machines on Facebook fairly
It's fun
cheap.
just to sit there.
Yeah.
You get that fucking casino itch.
My main thing is I need more room. I ain't got enough room. Maybe when the kids move out, I'll turn one of the rooms into a whole fucking arcade.
That'd be pretty dope.
That would be. And I'll put fucking slot machines and crane machines
I'll
and
come
candy
work
machines.
security.
Hell yeah. I've considered building me like a shed or something out beside the house for nothing but machines.
That'd be dope. I seen where these people on Facebook like just got like bought like the mini house thing set in their backyard and they turned it into a bar.
Hell
and
yeah.
it was dope. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, if you had like a little barcade like out in the shed like that, dude,
That would rule, dude.
that would fucking kick ass.
That's crossed my mind too. Like if I had enough room, I would have me a little bar.
I have
out
a
there.
friend. I'm not going to name any names, which I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it mattered because he's no longer with us. But my friend's dad, he used to run a gambling operation in his shed. Like you would go out in his carport, and he had like 10 like electronic slot machines on the back wall. Had some card tables and a roulette table.
Hell yeah.
And like a bar. And he would make his own moonshine and shit, and people would come over.
That sounds badass.
It'd be $100 to get in. You'd bring $100, and they'd change it all, and you just go in there and gamble, and he'd get you drunk for free while you're there gambling.
That
spend
sounds
money.
amazing.
I would
dude.
fucking love that shit, dude. I would go in there on a Friday night and be like, "Fucking, I'm having some fun tonight."
Hell, this is the fact that I don't know. Again, the psychological aspect because it's illegal here in Alabama.
You get a fucking Jollyman off
Yeah.
of it. Fuck yeah, you do. Like, I wondered what happened to all those machines after he passed away, but that he did that and showed me one time how it worked. I'm like, man, this is fucking rad. Like,
Hell yeah.
it's like an underground arcade. Like, but you can win some money. You can come in with 100 and walk out for 3 or 4. That's fucking badass too.
I mean, if it was up to me, I'd just turn my whole living room into an arcade over there. I'm not the only one living in this house, though, but I don't need a fucking TV and a couch. I just need more arcade machines and shit.
Speaking, okay, randomly, since we're talking about arcades, have you seen the party thing that Arcade 1-Up's got out now with Pac-Man and Galaga? I've thought about buying one.
I haven't.
You know, I told you they got the projector cades now.
Yeah.
They got a thing, they're $100 each. I found one website that's got them for like 80. It's a giant joy. It's got a sensor. You plug your TV and it runs to it, and it's a fucking 4-foot tall joystick.
I have seen that. Yes.
And they have Pac-Man and Galaga on it.
Yeah.
And it's like got the buttons on the bit. I'm like, that would be fucking fantastic if you had an outdoor party and had it hooked up to a projector.
Yeah, it would.
Like, that would be really fucking cool.
Definitely. Yeah.
And also, have you seen that fucking 4-player Pong table they got coming out?
No.
I kind of want it. It's a fucking big round table, and it's 4-player, got the fucking dials and all that shit on it, and it's like fucking 18 different Pong games.
Huh.
And it's like, it's got cup holders and all that shit. It's meant to stand around and drink and play Pong. I'm like,
I have been tempted to, because
That'd be
I've seen
fun.
it over the past year or two. I've seen a few deals pop up for some arcade one-up cocktail tables.
mm-hmm.
I've been tempted a few times.
I wouldn't mind having a little cocktail table just to put somewhere.
Yeah.
Because
I just have so many memories of Pasquale's.
I was fixed to say, dude, that's one of my favorite memories of Squally's. Waiting on to get your pizza or some shit and playing some fucking
Galaga and Miss Pac-Man.
Fuck yeah. That's where I honed my Miss Pac-Man skills at, actually.
Nice.
And you fucks will step up. We'll play
And then after a while, they got them a Neo Geo cabinet.
Yeah, and they had a Golden Axe
Yep.
at one point in time and a Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
And they got the best pizza in Coleman.
Yeah, they do.
I love me some Squallies.
Yeah.
Anchovy pizza there sounds
Fuck
real
yes.
fucking good right now.
Yes. God, that's the last time I went to the skating rink. It's been a few years. I took my daughter there. And you know, they used to have a bitchin' ass arcade selection. It's all prize
Me and
prize
you
redemption
spent
machines.
a fuck ton of money there at one point
Yes.
to beat the Simpsons. That's where we first beat the Simpsons.
Yeah.
They had the fucking Nintendo cab that had
Yes.
Super Mario World and ActRaiser and
And
F-Zero on it.
Yeah, F-Zero. I recall
Operation Wolf.
Operation Wolf, Centipede. God, I love the art of an original Centipede cabinet so
Oh,
much,
yeah,
dude.
man.
It looks so wicked. So many fucking arcade games. RoboCop.
They did, yes.
Yep. So many fucking good ones. Like,
The Simpsons. Like,
Yeah,
well,
Simpsons.
I mean, we didn't say that,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, dude, that was such a fucking wicked arcade. I didn't, even though I loved it then, I don't think I appreciated it as much as I should have.
No, because that was legitimately somewhere you could just go, like, you got skate, go and play arcade game, because we
I would
did
go
that
there
a couple times.
I would go there today as a grown ass
Well,
man
fuck yeah.
and just play arcade games if they had them.
I wish the bowling alley now has got all the fancy game room and shit. Why don't they put some fucking arcades
It's
in
all
there?
prize redemption shit. I don't need some stuffed teddy bears. Give me a fucking game I want to play.
I'd be cool if they just had some fucking, like,
I remember.
old school shit where you could just go and set a fucking high score, you know?
I remember how desperate we were as kids going to city ass pool halls to play some Cruising USA.
Dude, one of the weirdest fucking times I ever remember is that time your dad went off to meet a lady or some shit.
Lady of the evening.
Yeah, and he dumped us off at that fucking old arcade that's in there by where the Foundry is now.
Yes.
At like midnight.
Down there at the corner.
Dude,
of it.
we were like 13 and 14. We ain't got no fucking business being out at 1 o'clock in the morning rambling around Coleman. He dumped us out there, and I just remember like going in there. Dude, we played like,
Cruising USA
Yeah,
and some bullshit.
yeah, like a few times, and all these motherfuckers just kept staring at us. I'm just like, I don't think we're supposed to be in here. And like me and Brandon just ended up walking all over fucking Coleman at like 1 o'clock in the morning, like just, well, okay. These people was like, so you playing that Cruising USA? Start fingering their belly button and reach for their pocket knife.
Would you like to try my stick shift?
Yeah. Hey, I got this magic potion back here. You can have all you want as long as you close your eyes and suck it out of this little hole. I'm pretty sure we almost got murdered. That's the only time I felt like we were in Coleman, but I felt like we were in an arcade in the 80s in L.A.
Yeah.
They're like, this is where the gang members hang out at. This is where the child diddlers hang out at.
I just, we would turn the corner in there and be like,
If
your
you're
boys
playing-
like some cigarettes?
If you...
Cigarettes?
You like watching grown men wrestle naked? You boys ever had your soft embrace of your face pressed against a big old hairy chest? I'm pretty sure they had bear crossing signs up that arcade. It wasn't what you would think. I'm pretty sure we almost got left in the
There used
desert.
to be a little bitty pool hall over there by Lake George with a couple arcade cabinets I visited a few
The
times.
old store that's abandoned now?
Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
I would go there sometimes for just because I think they had a couple pinballs and a cruising.
Yeah.
I think they had a Turtles cab.
Street Fighter 2, I remember.
Yeah.
They had.
I want to say Turtles pinball.
That place made me think of the arcade I seen in Mexico when I went on my 30th birthday. It was an arcade that had nothing but Capcom fighting games in it.
Hell
And
yeah.
it was all like variations of Street Fighter and Final Fight. That was it. It's just like, no wonder these Mexican people are so pissed off. They got Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2. Oh, Street Fighter 2. Oh, there's a Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, or Turbo Edition,
Yeah.
whatever. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Alpha, These Nuts Edition, you know.
Oh, Darkstalkers,
Darkstalkers, yes.
which is Street Fighter 2.
Yes.
with titties.
Yes. Yes. It's got vampire tits in it. It's
Yeah.
edgy. It's edgy. Oh, let us not forget Fighting Street, which is also Street Fighter. That's how it was, though. It was very strange. It's like you could get goat tacos or you could play some Street Fighter. That's all there is to do in Mexico. Or the
Yeah.
part I was in, anyways.
Yeah. Might have to move to Mexico one day.
Mexico's not awful. I mean, it is if you live there and are poor.
Yeah.
But
If
to,
you-
to us, if you go down there,
You got a couple $100, you can live like a king.
You can't do that. I got my bill, my drinking bill in Mexico, and I'm just like, we just spent $500 in alcohol, and I'm about to fucking just be like, as long as we get back to America, these people will not know who we are. So we're about to make a run for it. And he's like, no, it's in pesos. It ended up being like $40. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Bring me more.
We went to a few
Where's
resorts
the hard drugs?
when we went, and one of them was so funny to me because when we were in Progresso,
Yes, that's
we went on we loaded on.
Progresso's where I'm thinking about. That's where the arcade was, because we waited on a bus in Progresso to take us inland.
Yeah, that's what we did as well. I didn't come across any arcade because I mainly trying to keep my kids from getting abducted by the drug cartel.
Yes. Very wise.
But yeah, on the tour bus to the resort, the tour guide was telling us about Mexico. Everyone thinks Mexico is poor, but it's such a rich country. And I look at the window while he's saying this, and I see these little shacks without doors or windows.
Tarps on the roof and shit.
And I'm like, you said you've been to America. You understand, like, even our worst trailer parks they have doors.
This is Skid Row. Well, at least my tour guide, when we were going in Progresso, he told us their names. He says, your bus driver's name is Jesus, and my name is Mario Lopez. And I'm like, we got Christ and Slater driving our bus right now. But we are in the best hands in the world. Nothing bad ever happens down here.
Hell no.
They're like, you can see all the beautiful pink flamingos. And there's pink flamingos everywhere down there in the marshes. Never mind the shacks standing behind them feeding the marsh.
And then we passed the vacation homes. Yeah, this is where all the rich people live. They have their vacation homes there. I'm like, and he's telling us the prices were, like I could buy one right now.
Yeah, like
But
$40,000.
Yes, guarding the motherfucker though.
Yeah, the cartel roll up at the middle of the night and kill your whole fucking family and be like, nice shoes, asshole.
Something else I noticed too, like I was looking behind us and in front of us. The police were telling us a ton, and I'm like, we're the main source of money for this place. Those terrorists, they don't want the crime fucking with us, because if it gets out that someone gets kidnapped or robbed, their tourist attraction goes down. They get less money, so the police are protecting our asses. But if I lived here,
you ain't shit.
Hey, shit.
Well, that's something I noticed too. Even like when we were in Cozumel, like
Cozumel was awesome. I liked it way better.
It's
than
so beautiful.
It was.
God, Cozumel
Crystal
literally
clear
like
water.
paradise, man.
Yes.
Like the water. That's like I've never seen water.
Went
that
scuba
looked like
diving
that.
there, and oh my god! Or I guess not technically the snorkel diving.
Yeah, well, I wish we had done it. We just ended up going to a resort and getting drunk.
That's good enough.
Which was still cool because that's the first place I've ever seen water like that. Where it's just like, wow, this looks like a fucking video game. Like,
it does.
This is like paradise. But the thing is, like Progresso or Cozumel. When we got in the taxi to go to the resort, like we're driving by places where they got donkeys tied up. This is like a muddy trail. It's like donkey rides, 10 pesos. And I'm like, that's where you go to get raped and robbed at. Come on down to Rob's Rape and Rob. Look, if you don't get robbed, you'll get raped.
It was. I really want to go back.
I do too. I want to do another cruise. Actually, I really enjoy the cruise thing.
I have mixed feelings on it. I know Jamie and Toby weren't big on it. Serrano kind of wants to go again. So I've kind of thought about just doing a father-daughter cruise. Just because I just wanted to do something. But it was crazy, though. I remember going to this one place that sold alcohol. And it's like, what do you want? What can I sell you on? And I was like, I don't want to buy something I can buy in the U.S. Give me like the best fucking tequila that I can only get in Mexico. And it's like $60. I'm like, holy shit, dude, I'm a king.
Dude, there was in Progresso, while we were waiting on the bus and all that, people hound you down there constantly.
Yes.
They're like, you're American, you got money, give us some money.
And you can get ripped off down there.
Oh,
absolutely.
Hardcore. By the time that we had been offered to buy hard drugs, statues, hammocks, everything else, like we're just getting harassed, and we got like 2 hours till that bus takes us wherever, and it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and this guy goes, "Come to my bar, no hassle, and we're like, okay. We go in this guy's bar, and $1 in this dude's bar would buy you a Corona and a shot of their house tequila.
Fuck yeah.
Which was out of this big ass stave they had, and dude, $5, and 30 minutes later, I was fucked up. And I was like, I love Mexico.
Hell yeah.
I love this fucking place.
That was one thing I didn't...
Fireworks and booze are everywhere, and I fucking love it.
It's one thing I didn't investigate when I was in Cozumel, because I had kids, is they got, like, the tour guide dude, like, pretty much told us, like, there's these little drug stands here. You can get whatever the fuck you want there.
I went into one. You can go into any pharmacy there.
Get anything.
It's on the fucking shelf. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll do you one better. I went in and bought 5 Lortabs from the pharmacy, and I took all 5 of them.
Fuck yeah.
And was fucking spaced out of my head. And you know what? I legally fucking did it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, they had people standing there waiting when we got back on the boat, just making sure people weren't trying to smuggle shit back on.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like, and it's awful funny. You go into a pharmacy in Mexico, painkillers are right next to all the fucking sex drugs. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, get ripped up. Get that dick ripped up. You know? Like,
you want an 18-hour boner? Buy this pill.
Yeah, no shit. Like, sold. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it, but I just want one. But that's for real, man. Like,
yeah, I passed by that because I had the kids, but I was like, I'm kind of interested.
Hey, man, I love me some painkillers. I mean, if they're legally obtained, of course. But,
Or, tourist attraction. That's the thing, like, I would never be a hardcore druggie, but as a, like, tourist attraction thing, once in a blue moon, I'd try about anything if I wouldn't get fired from my job from testing,
Well, I mean, and you won't because,
Yeah.
I can tell you some stories about Mexico off the air. I can't say it on here. There's it's uncharted wildness.
Yeah, I kind of thought about, again, because I had kids, I was hampered, but I kind of thought about finding me some crosswords, the kind you snort.
Well, I just wanted to say that is something I don't know if
some prime New
don't
York,
know if I should admit this or not, but I did some crosswords in Mexico.
Some prime New York Times crosswords.
Hey man, let me tell you, these $60 crossword bursts. I did some hardcore puzzle solving that first fucking day. I'm to the point where I'd solved so many puzzles I thought my teeth were going to fall out. Because I couldn't feel them.
Yeah.
And it was fucking wonderful. Like, I can see why people have to go and talk psychiatric people about doing too many crossword puzzles.
Yeah.
Like, there's just, something about triggering that part of your brain doing a good old crossword puzzle. It just makes you see the world for what it really is.
Yeah. Really get amped up on it. From what
And let me tell you what is the greatest thing about this. When I bought my crossword puzzles, I went into a fucking store at the resort. Because they're all the time trying to hawk you all kinds of puzzles you ain't supposed to have.
Yeah.
They're like, we got the crossword puzzles, we got plant etiquette puzzles.
Would you like Sudoku?
Would you like pharmaceutical puzzles? Like, yeah, Sudoku, we got it all. And it's just like, well, we want that. So they sell us some crossword puzzles. They literally, I use a fucking debit card to buy a crossword puzzle.
Yes.
And they ring it up as pottery. And they have all this literal pottery in the building that you can buy. And you know what I bought? A fucking pottery xenomorph.
Hell yes.
I've still got the xenomorph. That's what they rang it up as, but they sold me a genuine crossword puzzle.
Hell yes.
And let me tell you, that was the best puzzle I've ever done. It made my brain feel so alert and so alive. Oh, puzzles like that make you not want to leave Mexico. Ever.
Yeah. That's, shit
But,
like that.
it's like I said, I've only done crossword puzzles like a couple times, and that was just...
I've never had a chance to do crosswords.
It was a fun fucking experience, because it's just like that whole thing is like, I am literally in a foreign country that I do not belong in doing a crossword puzzle.
Yeah. I've never had a chance to do crossword puzzles, but one day I will.
Just one time.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Because all it does is crossword puzzles take all those bad feelings and turn them into good feelings. Like,
that's what I need.
that's why they're so addicting. That's why you just see grandma buying book after book of crossword puzzle. It's like, she ain't get that same kick off them crossword puzzles that she's getting in the disco days of the fucking 70s. You know what I'm saying? People step on crossword puzzles now.
Yeah.
They put unsolvable mixes.
Yeah.
That got me excited talking about all these crossword puzzles. Jesus.
It's got me.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
That's why I don't think crossword puzzles should be legal in America.
You think you could ever just Maybe we should just take a road trip to Mexico one day.
Yeah.
That would be fucking rad.
That would be.
Whew. That would be fucking...
Do some serious crosswords and some serious drinking and eating.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's what I love.
I miss the burger bar. The burger
on the
bar.
cruise, dude?
Yes.
Oh, fuck it. I like the breakfast bar,
yeah,
too.
that too.
Something that's pretty badass about having a pound of bacon and eggs and just staring at the fucking open ocean while you're eating it on the back of a boat. It's like, I am alive.
Yeah.
Not for long if you keep eating that bacon.
Unlike this entire pig I'm eating, I'm alive.
Yeah, no shit. Nice belly full of pork and crossword puzzles. Everybody have a good old time.
Well, I think we need to play some music and wrap things up.
Okay.
Wrap up this crossword puzzle.
We may still one day have to do one.
Yeah.
Solve that puzzle.
Do some Blue's Clues.
Got her handy dandy.
Since we're talking about Diablo 2 Resurrected, we're going to listen to the Rogue Encampment soundtrack from Act 1 in Diablo 2.
Hell yeah.
It's awfully spooky sounding. Not as spooky as Tristram's music in Diablo 1, which does still hold pretty spooky. Just really hardcore loop playing, like Ying Bay Malmsteen loop playing.
Oh, God.
But here we go.
pretty sure this is the music that started playing when I run out of crossword puzzles.
I already want to whoop some ass with this music, dude. This is ass whooping music right here. I'm a sorceress. I know this is a barbarian outside Act 1 wearing fire absorption Thunder God's belts, but I got some badass fire bolts, and by God, he's gonna die.
I said, the guitar strums when you look up at the person you're about to shit on.
I know you're a fucking lightning assassin with your lightning traps. I don't give a fuck. I got teleport. And by God, I'm gonna teleport around them motherfuckers and hit you with a fireball and a freezing orb. Fuck you.
I'm gonna shove this fireball up your ass and I'm gonna teleport around in front of you and I'm gonna look at him and not even give you a hand job.
I don't give a shit.
Back behind you and you're gonna shit yourself in an accident.
I don't give a shit that you bought it a fucking Enigma off eBay and you can teleport as a paladin. I'm the fucking sorceress. I can teleport for one goddamn mana because my SOJs. Fuck you. You're gonna die.
You're the person that puts a crystal in their ass. I'm the person that tells them to put the crystal in their ass.
Yes. You think you're clever because you put all your lightning assassin traps right outside the entrance of Act 1. Guess what? I had the waypoint for the second waypoint in Act 1. I want a waypoint over there, come in through the back way, and firebolt your ass to death. Fucking suck it.
You think you're a fucking badass because you got the gem of Genova and you're holding up your fucking house and I'm knocking on your door because I want that gem? No! I am the one who knocks!
I am he who knocks! You think you're badass? I'll meet you in Den of Evil, motherfucker. You...
My God.
Den of fucking Evil. That's Act 1, Quest 1. Den of Evil. Get your free skill point. I don't give a shit.
Get your dick wet, buddy. Y'all all gonna die in this motherfucker tonight.
You know what? I'm gonna take your gold and I'm gonna go over here to fucking I can't remember his fucking name. Geed. Geed was his name. He's the guy with the gambling. I'm gonna gamble and get me some fucking SOJs. Stone of Jordan rings. With your gold that you lost because you died.
Who's the bitch now?
Yeah. And I'm also gonna trick you into turning on loot mode so when I kill you, you drop your fucking Saigon shield.
Saigon shield?
+1 skill points, motherfucker. In vanilla Diablo, before the expansion, Saigon shield was fucking badass. It's a set shield, +1 all skills. I was a bad motherfucker as the ice sorceress of Saigon shield.
So you know about that quest of the rice paddy to obtain it?
That's a different story. It's a hard quest.
We lost so many soldiers in Vietnam looking for that Saigon shield.
We did.
One might have said that war was El Diablo.
This is spooky as fuck, man. I might have to.
I like that guy that just hit that little piece of fucking old ink bay right there.
Yeah. Last Halloween.
He wiped all that chili cheese off of his shirt and started playing his guitar.
I don't know if it was last Halloween or the one before that. I set up some computer speakers right out my window, like opening the window, playing fucking Diablo 2's music, making it spooky as fuck out there.
Hell yeah, dude, that's badass.
I can't wait for a weekday Halloween. I know that sounds backwards.
Next year after next, because it's Sunday this year.
Yeah.
So it'll be Monday. Why don't we do something on a weeknight the week before Halloween?
Me too.
Like, we do something, get together and watch some movies, or just dress up.
Dress up and butt fuck.
Yeah, buddy. I got a Ghostbusters outfit.
Do some crosswords.
Fuck yes. I want to do so many crosswords, my heart stops and starts again. That's excitement.
Yeah, I need John Travolta to stab me in the heart with a fucking 3-foot needle and Get me going again.
Yeah, that girl did so many crossword puzzles. Her mind was blown.
It was.
Actually, she thought she was doing crossword puzzles. She actually did a little Sudoku.
Yeah.
Like, it about killed her ass.
Yeah. She did so many crosswords, she became Beatrice Kiddo.
She's the only person.
She killed Bill after that.
She's the only person to do a crossword and just have to say, "Oh goddamn!"
Oh, goddamn.
It's kind of like homeless people. They don't have crossword puzzles. They do word searches. They filter word searches through loaves of bread, and then eat the bread and die of poisoning.
Indeed.
How old were you when you did your first crossword puzzle? That's a question we want to give the listeners. And if you haven't figured out what crossword puzzle is, you don't deserve to know.
Yeah, you're too dumb to do them.
Yeah, you should go to them word searches. Maybe play
Now,
a little...
I never did crossword puzzles, but I did do Scooby-Doo mazes. You know, the kind that just, just kind of space you out, make you mellow. Did a lot of those. He-Man coloring book mazes where you put on the glasses or you'd stare at the dot in the middle until you went cross-eyed.
Yeah.
I did those quite a bit pretty early on. That's about all I did.
I've played a lot of games. That's the sad thing. I've did Scooby-Doo mazes. I've some crossword puzzles here and there. I played a game one time. It's called Don't Kill Yourself.
I'll play that every day.
Well, this one is...
So far, I think I got the record.
I played a real-life game of Super Mario Brothers one time. And I was feeling famished and weak, and I just so happened to find this...
The magic mushroom.
Toadstool.
The toadstool, that's right.
And, I really felt like Mario there.
I never did toadstools. All I've done is the He-Man puzzle, the He-Man mazes, where you stare at the dot until you're just kind of blanked out and cool, mellow. It's all I've ever done.
They're both about the same.
About the same.
One is a little funnier than the other, I would think.
Yeah. I need to live on the edge a little bit and explore some of these other games.
There's some good ones. I mean, it sucks that the games aren't good for your brain, but
yeah,
they're fun.
I don't think
some of them are.
Once in a blue moon, I see the attraction of it.
There's
I know Joe Rogan's a big champion of one I'd like to try. The one that lets you play with the clockwork gnomes and all that.
Mm-hmm. I have a friend that's a big proponent on that, and he self-plays Mario in small amounts every day.
Okay.
And, quit all of his depression medicine and...
Micro Mario.
Mario, and
Yeah, Micro Mario. I've heard of that. Yeah, a lot of doctors recommend that sometimes.
It's not awful. I have Micro Mario'd before, and it's not one of them things, it's not enough to, make you Mario.
Yeah.
You just... You get to see the green hills and the blue sky, and it's nice.
Yeah, you know what it's like to fucking get the top of that flag and write it down.
Yeah, exactly. It's just all the good things. You ain't fucking...
You're still functional, though.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't gonna drive a tractor through an orphanage.
No, I would try to do that sober.
Yeah, so you can enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah, I want to savor it. I mean, they're orphans. Who's worried about them?
They ain't got souls.
Fuck.
God abandoned them. Why do I care?
I mean, a lot of them's there because their parents really like doing crossword puzzles.
They couldn't stop doing crossword puzzles.
They just couldn't get enough. Crossword puzzles. Final line of the show tonight is crossword puzzles in large abundance leave our nation's youth
forgotten by God
and wanting. And that's hubris, folks.
That is hubris.
Well, I guess that's it, ain't it?
I believe that's it. We've rambled quite enough.
Tonight's a long episode. That's awesome. It's been good. It's been good. Shit.
We are on the YouTubes now.
Oh, we are. I didn't think about that.
I've re-updated our old channel and started uploading things until we get, canned off of it, which probably happen any day
just
now.
Matter of time.
Don't really care. I don't really need those tens of views, but it's there. I did it.
Tens of views.
I mean, it's the truth of it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Podcasts don't do worth shit on YouTube.
No, it's okay.
But it's there. Give it a like and a subscribe. Smash that like button.
I don't even know what
I should start wiring up the camera and putting that on YouTube. Like, I don't want to do it live on Twitch anymore. That really wasn't
We could
good.
just get a camera of just us sitting here talking.
Put that on YouTube.
We might do that. People would like, and especially you,
I'm becoming a sexy motherfucker.
You are fucking.
I really should start doing some crosswords to speed things up. At the cost of my teeth, I'm aware.
Teeth ain't really what I'd be worried about. Crosswords are not good for that cardiovascular system at all.
Who needs that either?
Like every time you do a crossword puzzle,
how many of them?
It kills heart tissue. So,
how many hearts did Dick Cheney go through?
Like 1,000.
He's a crossword champion of the world.
He's got a fucking pig heart that's been rebuilt 7,000 times. Like the only thing that will ever kill fucking Dick Cheney is fucking. I don't know.
I mean, he's plucked.
He shoots up Keith Richards' blood for fuck's sakes.
He just plucked the still beating hearts out of newborn babies.
Yeah,
he consumed them.
I think he just has a port in his back where he just cracks up a kid's spines and drains their fucking stem cells into him. It just reinforces his heart. He's like, Dick Cheney. He gets so pumped, he just cocks his shotgun and shoots whoever's standing next to him.
And he's so badass that they apologize to him for it.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you shot my dad in the face. Jesus, this guy's good.
God, that makes me feel old.
Yeah, because that's like fucking 15 years ago now.
Yeah. My God.
Do you not remember the days of George Bush getting shoes thrown at him and his responses? So what if he threw a shoe at me?
Politics were fun. I never thought I would say that.
Well, yeah.
Now it's just about whoever can call the other one a Nazi first.
Yep.
It used to be about throwing shoes and getting shot in the face.
The state of the world we live in is...
And fucking secretaries.
Is everybody being like, well, fuck you, Trump is awful. Fuck off. Well, fuck you, Biden is awful. Fuck off. And it's just like, they all suck. What the fuck do you think you dickheads were doing? Nothing.
It's not fun anymore.
Fucking our president's son is like the biggest proprietor of fucking crossword puzzles on this fucking planet. Yeah. Like, then he want to arrest some kid for fucking burning a bush. Your son fucking makes crossword puzzles, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He's got several lifetime subscriptions to the New York Times just for this crossword puzzles.
He does crossword puzzles off of his fucking secretaries. Like, they don't want to be a table for your crossword puzzle.
No.
I mean, maybe they do, but you can't go around doing crossword puzzles off tits all the time.
No, not in that position.
No. Not when your daddy's the boss. I mean, it's okay. He don't remember what he did prior to any of this.
I mean, again, though, if your dad's the fucking president, who are you to tell me I can't do crossword puzzles off your tits?
Yeah. I mean, that should technically allow you to do. Do you know who my dad is? I got some crossword puzzles. Come on, we're going to solve
Step back into my office.
Yeah, we're going to solve some puzzles. Oh, did you see that puzzle? Just went right up my nose. Don't get it. You're trying to write and end up snorting it. Crazy me.
Man, this podcast has gone off the rails.
I think
the rails of crossword puzzles. Long rails of them.
Gator tail rails of crossword puzzles. If anybody would like to buy me a book of crossword puzzles for Christmas or my birthday, it's November 12th. My address is 107. Now I better shut up.
Email us at goodoldgamers@gmail.com with your offer of crosswords.
We really like
may
crossword
accept.
puzzles made out of gasoline. That's really what we want.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want a crossword puzzle so perplexing my whole fucking head goes numb.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we're the anti-Nancy Reagan. We just say yes.
Well, that has happened to me. You know, I say the only crossword puzzles I've done were the He-Man mazes that you stare at the dot until you get kind of just mellow and you get the munchies and stuff. But I have done the kind of crosswords that you clean your keyboards with. And that did make my head go numb. You know, the kind of, you get a deep voice after you do so many of those.
Yeah. The guy, it's crossword puzzles coated with a bittering agent.
Yes. It was back then they didn't.
Yeah.
They ruined the fun.
I only done that puzzle that one time to just make my voice incredibly low.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. And then I was like, oh, my whole right side of my body went numb. I don't know that's supposed to happen.
That's called a stroke.
Yeah.
Those puzzles are so hard, they give you strokes.
They do. I can vouch for that.
I did see a thing one time. There was a girl on intervention on AE that was so hardcore about that type of crossword puzzles that she would get a 12-pack of crossword puzzles every morning.
Holy shit.
And, like, do the crossword puzzles in her car before she left. And, like, they show a clip of her after it, and this chick is shaking like this. She goes, I feel like I'm walking on sunshine. And it's like, it fucking looks like it. It feels like every nerve ending you got right now is attached to the sun.
Yeah.
And there's a solar storm about to happen. But yeah. Anywho, I guess we'll catch you week after next or whatever.
Yeah, I think I might publish this one a little early since we were late.
Cool.
I might just throw this one out tomorrow on the 21st.
You want to go ahead and do another one next Monday?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Get caught up.
Oh yeah. So we'll be back. Till then, game over, man.
Game over.
You know, you can take a crossword puzzle and rub on your pee hole, and it'll make that shit last forever.